Beginning of the game, Jiggs. Mio again has to be sharp. Sutters and Bourne have been effective early in the hockey game.
Now Goring wins his face-off to Puffin, and his shot was kicked aside by Mio. Backman bumped in his own territory. Laidlaw moved it to Jiggs. There's an Islander penalty coming up. Jiggs drops it back into his own zone to Kleinendorf. Rangers get the extra man out on the ice. Kleinendorf being chased by Tonelli. Overskated the puck, and as Nystrom picks it up now, we get a penalty call against the Islanders. John Tonelli will get the gate. Penalty is called at 2:39.
John Tonelli on Backman. Hit him with a straight-on elbow. He got the elbow up. Caught him above the shoulders with it. And drew the attention of the referee. Right here, right there. You see the elbow come up. Backman's head snaps back. John Tonelli gets a penalty.
So the Islander penalty killers are Persson and Potvin on defense, Goring and Carroll up front. The Ranger power play in this series has been good on 4 of 24 opportunities. Pavlich played it across into the Islanders zone. Baker chased it, but there's Persson. Around the boards, it's held in by Ruotsalainen from the blue line. A shot hit Goring. Bounce to Pavlich. Pavlich back to Ruotsalainen. Lets one fly. Smith up at the top of the goal crease. Blocked it. Loose puck. And Goring came up with it, then clears it back of the goal. There's Potvin now. Around the boards, Ruotsalainen comes in deep. Hedberg had trouble coming out of the corner. It's cleared in front. Greshner went to the backhand, and it was knocked off his stick. Here's Greshner trying to center. Gave it to Pavlich. Pavlich out of the far corner. In front, Billy Carroll tipped it to the corner. Picked up by Hedberg. Hedberg to Greshner. Pavlich cruising in front. Chases it to the right wing corner. Pulled it away from Carroll, but Persson was back. Hedberg unable to center. Persson ties up Greshner in the pursuit of the puck. Pavlich jabbed it loose. Greshner comes out of the corner. The pass intercepted by Goring. Goring and Carroll move into center ice. 2-on-1. We watch Goring trying to make the play. Moves in. Mio the save. It had been knocked away from Goring for a brief moment, and Ruotsalainen feeds Pavlich. Pavlich across on the right side to Hedberg. And there's Hedberg tied up by Thomas Janssen. 3 Rangers on this near side. It went loose. Hedberg in the corner. Checked by Thomas Janssen. Janssen moves up left wing. Gave the puck to Billy Carroll. Janssen was hauled down from behind. No penalty. Carroll to Bourne as he cuts in around Beck. Coming in on goal. And it rolled off his stick. Pavlich leaves it for Barry Beck. Beck up the left side. Lennon plays it rink wide. Bourne hustles it after. Cuts in with a drive. It hit the side of the net. There's Allison back for the Rangers. 2 seconds left in the penalty to Tonelli. Into center ice, a breaking pass. Offside is called at the New York Islander line. So the Islanders kill off the penalty. There's a break in the action. 15-16 to play in the opening period. The score is tied. The Islanders nothing, the Rangers nothing.
Sometimes it's reassuring to know your car will perform well. That's why stunt driver Buzz Bundy relies on Mobil detergent gasoline. After all, a clean carburetor performs better. It's as simple as that. Mobil detergent gasoline. For your everyday driving needs.
Islanders get their chances early, but Eddie Mio has made the difference. Islanders a man short. 2 good opportunities. Goring and Bourne.
The Rangers controlled the play pretty well in the Islander end of the ice early in the power play, and then ran into trouble, and they've dumped it in offside. So we'll get a face-off in the center ice zone.
Islanders made a couple of mistakes killing the penalty, Jiggs. The Rangers couldn't take advantage, and then boom. Smart play by Butch Goring. He intercepted an errant pass by the Rangers in his own end of the ice. He and Carroll broke away 2-on-1. Goring tried to pull the puck and backhanded across to Billy Carroll, but he had trouble and lost the puck to Mio. 5-0 now. Boston leads Buffalo in the first period.
Wow. Duguay is at center ice between Backman and McPhee for the Rangers. It's Kaller, Trottier, and Bossy for the Islanders. Kaller poked it to Bossy. Trying to step around back over to Kaller, and his shot is grabbed by Mio, and he held it for a face-off.
Haste makes waste. Kaller gets a good chance again. His shot a little bit high. He had to release it in a hurry. Islanders battle for the puck and come up with it. Kaller to Bossy. Bossy held the puck in front of Beck, and there's the shot by Kaller. It was up high. Mio handled it easily.
Now Trache works on Duguay, got the puck to Kaller. Kaller around the boards. Ruotsalainen chases it. Beck had tied up Trache. Ruotsalainen left the puck for Beck. This right wing side, it got away from the Ranger forward. Backman, Potvin has dumped it wide. Mio off the glass. Here's Gordy Lane moving in, can't get there, and Duguay breaks out. Duguay across to Backman, a shot from the blue line, hit Potvin and went way wide of the net. Billy Smith hearing it. Lane around the boards. It's held in by McPhee. Trache knocked it away from him. McPhee backs into the corner. Trache right on top of him. McPhee to Duguay, and he shot it wide. Comes back to Beck. Knocked it away from Bossy. Potvin unable to pick it up, and now Lane fans in his effort to clear it. The Rangers pour in on top of them. Beck and McPhee there together. Potvin has chased Backman to the corner. And play has been called with 14:09 left in the period.
Islanders get another break, Jiggs. Gordy Lane took a left hook and landed it on McPhee. No penalty. Gives me an opportunity to tell you this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the New York Islanders, is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the New York Islanders and Sports Channel is prohibited.
Al Arbor has sent Brent Sutter to center ice. Wayne Sutter on the right wing. Bob Bourne on the left side with Johnson and Morrow on defense. Here's Morrow with the puck. Got it to Brent Sutter. Dumps it in from center ice. It bounced wide of Mio. Laidlaw almost cleared it into the short side of his own goal, but back come the Rangers. Chartrand leads the rush at center ice, shooting it wide of Billy Smith. Smith leads it from Morrow. Around the boards for Bourne on left wing. He's tied up by Greshner, and we'll get a face-off to the left of the Islander net.
McPhee made a good play a moment ago, Jake, just before the line changes. Made a pass to Duguay. Duguay released the shot immediately. It was inches wide of the right post, the right of Billy Smith, to the left as Duguay looked at it. Good chance. Puck on the net. Tough stop to make for Smith.
Rangers making a late change. Pavlich comes in to take this face-off with Brent Sutter. Hedberg on the right side. McClanahan on the left for the Rangers. Bourne is on left wing. Wayne Sutter on right wing for the Islanders. Al Arbor has changed the defense again. He has Potvin out there with Persson. Persson pried it out of McClanahan's skates. Gave it to Dwayne Sutter. Dwayne Sutter at center. Shot right on. Mio steered it aside for Ruotsalainen. Then Mio lost his balance. Was flopping around in the goal crease. Here's Potvin, and he played it outside the blue line. Hedberg picks it up at center ice. The pass out of the reach of Pavlich. Back goes Persson. Persson moves it up left wing for Bob Bourne to Brent Sutter. The two Sutter brothers over center ice. 2-on-2 with Ruotsalainen and Beck. Brent goes wide. Puts on the brakes, and his shot hit Barry Beck. Will be held in by Potvin. Potvin dumps it to the corner. Beck comes over. Barry Beck bothered on the boards by Brent Sutter. Finally knocked down. Brent Sutter clears it to Dwayne. Dwayne Sutter in front to Potvin. Turns, shoots Mio the save. The rebound is backhanded wide by Tonelli. Now Sutter puts it out in front of the scramble, and play is called. There's a break in the action. 12:55 remaining in the opening period. The score is tied. The Islanders nothing and the Rangers nothing.
Now get a financing rate breakthrough on new Chevrolets. Now 9.9% financing. New lower financing on Chevy Chevette. Lower on Chevy Citation. Lower on Chevy Cavalier. Lower on Chevy S10 pickups. But hurry, limited time only. See your participating Chevy dealer now. See just how low your monthly payments can be with new low 9.9% financing. Chevrolet is taking charge.
Another good opportunity for the New York Islanders. Beck with Brent Sutter in pursuit. Beck gets checked along the boards. He goes down as he tries to control the puck. Brent Sutter. From there, things happen for the New York Islanders. Pavlich takes Brent Sutter. A good defensive move by Pavlich, but the Islanders get two good swipes at the puck in front of the net. Neither one of them go in.
Now Trache is out there with Bossy and Kaller for the Islanders. Rangers have cleared it into center ice. Morrow slapped it off the boards. Brandendorf gets taken off the puck by Bossy's check. Eddie Morrow across the lane. Gordy Lane to Trache. Laidlaw stepped into him. Trache got a bump from Allison as he gave it to Keller. Now Lane to Morrow. Up right wing to Bossy to Trache and off his stick. Over comes Laidlaw. Johnny Laidlaw played it around the boards to Johnstone. And it goes into center ice. Mikko Lennon checked by Morrow and then shoots it in offside. We've had only the one penalty in the game thus far. That to John Tonelli for elbowing back at 2:39.
In the out-of-town game, Jiggs Middleton has scored 2 goals in that game. He's got 6 goals so far in 8 games in the playoffs. He's playing in his 9th. He now has 8 goals.
Getting an awful lot of ice time, too. Back and forth between Peterson. I was trying to think who the other winger is on that line, but they have really dominated the series as far as the Bruins are concerned. We watch Goring move in with a backhander. Mio got a piece of it. Goring to Tonelli. Out to Nystrom, who had fallen. Nystrom shot. Mio the save. They jab at it. Mio is covered up and held on.
It's all New York Islanders at this point in the hockey game, and Ed Mio again puts the stop on Butch Goring. His backhand shot. Here he goes to the backhand. Let's go. He was looking upstairs. Mio got a piece of it. The puck behind the net, but only momentarily as Goring digs it out, puts it out to Bob Nystrom. Nystrom whirls and deals without taking a look. Mio has to make a good pad save on the left side. Goring and Tonelli looking to loosen the puck.
Now Goring and Duguay on this face-off. Nystrom and Tonelli, the other forwards. The draw came back to Potvin at the left point, over to Persson. Persson's drive, Mio the stick save, and the rebound is underneath the defense.
Heavy pressure by the Islanders.
And it was the forward, McPhee, who got down to help the goaltender.
Goes back to help out in front of the net. Swarming with Islanders around the net as Stefan Persson drills one low and hard. Stopped by George McPhee. He has a grip on John Tonelli's leg. He also has the puck underneath him. Look again at the shot by Stefan Persson. Is stopped in front by McPhee. Mio went to reach for it. It was underneath McPhee. Finally, Mio got it. Middleton scored twice in the first period. Pettersson, Krushelinski, and Bruce Crowder. All to make it 5-0. Boston over Buffalo in the first. That's so far.
Wayne Merrick takes this face-off for the Islanders. Got the draw to Johnson. His shot got through, bouncing off a stick. There's Greshner tied up by Merrick, but the Rangers have been able to clear it to center ice off the stick of Barry Beck. So Thomas Johnson takes a look. Comes over center ice, gave it to Gilbert. Gilbert, Merrick, and Bossy, this forward line at the moment. Thomas Johnson backs up at center ice, gave the puck to Merrick. Back to Johnson. Across to Kenny Morrow. Morrow to Gilbert, and went off his stick. Greg Gilbert sends Johnson over center ice, unable to feed it cleanly to Bossy, however. Bossy misses a check from Anderson. Here's Gilbert with it. Gilbert got away from Patorik, but was off balance and also offside as he tried to move into the Ranger zone.
Islanders relentless in their handling of the puck and forechecking, Jiggs. They have the Rangers backing up. That's the game plan of the New York Islanders. The kind of game plan that they've been successful with over the years. They want to inaugurate it tonight. They do not want the New York Rangers in control.
Rangers made a player change. Al Arbor waited to see who was coming out. It was the Pavlich line, and now he counters with Brent Sutter, Dwayne Sutter, and Bob Bourne. Islanders got the draw. Here's Potvin across to Dwayne Sutter. Tipped it into the Ranger zone. Chasing it is Tom Laidlaw. Laidlaw rounds the net, trying to come up this right side. The pass went to Hedberg. 2 Islanders back. Drop pass to McClanahan is broken up right at the blue line. A delayed offside. Potvin failed to bring it out. Now Dwayne Sutter gives it to the Islander captain. Sutter takes the return pass. Couldn't hold it, however. Hedberg drops it back to Persson. Now to Potvin. Eddie Potvin dumps it in wide of Mio. Leinendorf picks it up. Leinendorf trying to come out on the wing, was checked by Dwayne Sutter. The Bourne, back of the net to Brent Sutter. Comes out on the backhander that went right through the goal mouth. Hedberg unable to catch up with the puck. Potvin to Dwayne Sutter. To Brent, who was cross-checked by Laidlaw. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Laidlaw for cross-checking, a break in the action. 10:34 left in the opening period with the score. The Islanders nothing and the Rangers nothing.
Players need protection on the field, and your new car needs protection too. It's tough out there, and this is a big investment. So protect it with this unique total protection system. Protector, rust proofing, fabric shield, paint shield. Hi, Mike Ditka. I believe in protecting any investment. So hang tough. The Protector system does more than rust-proof your new car. Get the total protection system from the Protector, exclusively at better new car dealers.
A penalty to Tom Laidlaw right there. Cross-checking on Brent Sutter. So the Islanders now go to the power play. First time in the hockey game. Only the second penalty of the hockey game.
You see the time of the penalty, 9:26. On the power play, it'll be Trottier, Kaller, and Bossy with Persson and Potvin at the points. Chartrand is out with Vettori. Barry Beck got there as well, along with Anders Hedberg. This is Bossy from back of the net. Held it off to Potvin at the blue line. Into the corner to Bossy. Back to Potvin. Now to Bossy. Tries to cut in. Lets one go, and it was blocked. Chartrand took a two-hander across the arms of Bossy. Gave the Bossy to Potvin, to Persson. Back to Potvin. Into Bossy. Bossy moves in deep. Back to Potvin. Lets one go, and it was tipped wide. Trottier can't pick up the puck, and Robbie Vettori starts out for the Rangers. Vettori over center ice, turns and drops it back into his own zone. A minute 25 remaining in the penalty to Laidlaw. Chartrand fires one off the glass into the Islanders zone. He got a hit from Trottier after making the play.
Tremendous check thrown by Brian Trottier at Chartrand. Chartrand got out of the way. We're going to have to tape an aspirin on the boards, though. They've got to be hurting.
Oh, yeah. Bossy has shot it around the boards in the Rangers zone. Here's Goring trying to come out of the corner. Fed it back to Potvin. Potvin to Butch Goring. Across to Persson. Over to Bossy. Bossy to Potvin. Potvin to Bossy. Shoots Mio the save. And Beck was there to clear the rebound. Now gets help from Mio. Goring takes it in the far corner. Goring back to Persson. Persson's drive through a screen was wide of the net. Potvin moves in. Can't get there in time. Kleinendorf gave it to Potvin. To Persson, into Potvin, off his stick to John Tonelli. Tonelli around the boards. Bossy comes in, picks up the loose puck. Bossy centers on the doorstep, and Mio covers up and somehow has held it right at the goal line.
Everyone wonders, of course, at this point when the referee blows the whistle like it was just blown, is it a little premature? Did he blow it too fast? Let's take a look at the Islanders working in the Rangers' end of the ice. Bossy trying to control the puck. Backhands it. Beck missed it. Goring missed it. Tonelli got a piece of it, but only a little piece. Eddie Mio got all of it. Stop the play.
Now 9 minutes remaining in the opening period. More importantly, from the Islanders' standpoint, 26 seconds left in the penalty to Laidlaw. The Islander power play during the series has been good on 6 of 19 opportunities. That's 31.6%. And overall in the playoffs, 24.3%. Put that up against the power play that was 25.8% in the regular season. The Rangers trying to move it out of their own zone. Vettori on the right wing. Fed it ahead to Hedberg, and he tips it into center ice. Back comes Thomas Johnsson. Rangers in the middle of the change. Johnsson to Bourne, cuts in off left wing, goes back to the net with it. Bourne put it out in front. Mio, a spectacular save. Potvin, the rebound off Mio's stick and into the crowd.
What a save by Eddie Mio, Jiggs. Dennis Potvin from point-blank range. And Mio with his blocker, that glove that holds onto the stick. Look here, Dennis Potvin from there. You could see the spot he was shooting for, and the quick reflexes of Eddie Mio took it away from the Islander captain, preventing the Islanders from taking the lead.
6 seconds left in Laidlaw's penalty. Bourne will take the face-off against Allison. There of 14s. Bourne got the draw to Dwayne Sutter across to Morrow. Morrow's shot from the blue line was blocked in front. Beck tied up Brent Sutter, and the Rangers are at full strength again as they've dumped it into the Islanders zone. It's wide of the net. Thomas Johnsson touches up. There is no whistle for some unknown reason, and Brent Sutter feeds it across to Dwayne. Dwayne Sutter to Bourne, and it was broken up right at the Ranger line by Lemonade. This is Eddie Johnstone being bothered by Dwayne Sutter. The puck came out in front to Lennon. Across to Barry Beck. Up the right side to Allison. Into the Islanders zone, gave it to Beck. His shot off the stick of Billy Smith, and it goes up into the crowd with just over 8 minutes to play in this opening period. So we get a break in the action with 8:03 left to play. The score tied. The Islanders nothing and the Rangers nothing.
This Bud's for everybody who puts in a hard day's work. This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do. This Bud's for you.
A look at Ron Duguay, the last Ranger to score a playoff hat trick. 1980. Gordy Lane is out with Persson on the Islander defense. Merrick centering with Nystrom and Trottier. Trottier goes back to the bench. Out comes Greg Gilbert as the Rangers start from their own zone. Bill Baker played it to the right side. That goes off the stick and into the seats with 7:47 left in the opening period.
Been trying to keep an eye on Brian Trottier, Jiggs, just to see how he's operating. He seems to be operating from where I sit at 100%. Normally, with knees, any kind of a problem, it is first indicated in trying to turn. Players cannot turn properly when they have any kind of a knee injury. And so far, he seems to be turning just fine.
From all reports, Mark Gilly skated very well at practice yesterday.
That, yes.
Islanders optimistic about his return. The Rangers moving into the Islanders zone. McPhee unable to center to Duguay, and here's Persson. From Persson, checked by McPhee. Lane there to help out. Gave it to Nystrom. Backman right on top of him. Duguay fed it to the blue line. Baker's shot went bouncing wide of the net. Ends up in the near corner. George McPhee unable to center. Merrick stepped in late. A good hit on Backman. Puck comes up to the left wing boards, and Stefan Persson has it for the Islanders. Up to Nystrom, and had the stick knocked out of his hands by Duguay. Baker plays it to center ice. McPhee turns at the Ranger line. It was stolen by Nystrom. Waits for Merrick to get back onside. The pass to Lane. Gordy Lane's long shot wide of Mio, and there's Laidlaw. Failed to clear it out. Morrill slaps one toward the net that just went wide. Back from the left side. This is Trottier working it around the boards. Laidlaw and Nystrom bump back in the net. Keller got the puck loose from Nystrom to Morrill. Morrill shoots one. They score!
Brian Trottier gets the goal. More pressure by the Islanders pay off. It went off the skate of Brian Trottier, standing to the right of Eddie Mio. And what the Islanders have worked diligently from the first face-off, they accomplished. They opened the scoring. Here's the shot by Morrill. Watch Trottier to the right of Mio. Right there. It went off his skate, deflected in behind him. Mio looks at the referee saying he kicked it in, but it clearly is deflected. Watch Trottier now as the puck goes to Morrill. He's standing right to the side. You can see it slow up as it deflected off Brian Trottier with Eddie Johnstone looking on.
Trottier gets his 5th goal in the playoffs. He had missed the last 2 games, well, 3 games actually in this series. And Trottier has the puck in his own territory across to Thomas Johnsson. Lennon in forechecking. Johnsson gave it to Bossy to Morrill. Morrill played it off the skates of Allison into center ice. The Rangers waited for Allison to get back onside, and then Lennon was checked. Bossy trying to come down the right wing. Delayed offside. The Rangers able to knock it away from him. Now Johnsson on this left side pokes the puck away from Eddie Johnstone, and it went right back to Kleinendorf. 6 minutes left in the opening period. Here's Barry Beck stepping it into the Islanders zone. They're giving their goal to Morrill. It appeared from here that Trottier had made contact with it on the skates. That may be changed. Now Bossy is knocked down by Allison, and there's going to be a penalty here against Mike Allison. A break in the action with 5:40 to play in the opening period. The score, the Islanders 1, the Rangers nothing.
Introducing the new front-wheel drive Toyota Camry. It does not have a fireplace, but it does have living room, elbow room, headroom, tow room, family room. For families who are a size above average, for families who like to spread out. There's lots of feet for your feet, lots of living room for anyone, and a tough new engine with quick pickup and great mileage. The new Toyota Camry, not just the family car, the family Camry.
Oh, what a feeling, Camry!
A penalty to Allison. Holding. He could get high sticking. He got away with one earlier along the boards. He's been staying very close to Mike Bossy. Allison checked Bossy when Bossy looked like he might have a breakaway right at center ice a moment ago. That time, he's whistled to the penalty box.
So the Islanders with their second power play of the period. Tonelli unable to get it to the blue line, and it's cleared out of there by Hedberg. Buffin dropped it back to Persson. Stefan Persson takes a look. Left side to John Tonelli. Comes over the line. It was knocked off his stick. He recovers. Shoots Mio the save. Big rebound, and Mio has covered up as Nystrom blew in off the right wing with a full head of steam.
Fine stop again by Eddie Mio. Bob Nystrom tried to deflect the puck. Let's take a look at the work of John Tonelli as he gets in behind the defenseman, Laidlaw. There's the shot, the rebound on rushing Bob Nystrom. He tried to carry the puck with his momentum to the net. I've seen it happen time and again where that particular play, the puck would be carried on into the net, and it's a goal. His hands don't touch it. He just carries it in on his pads or on his pants.
Goring on this faceoff wins it cleanly to Buffin, over to Persson, back to Buffin, into the corner to Nystrom. Nystrom gives it to Goring, snuck back to the goal with a pass to Tonelli, out to Persson, now to Buffin, steps in, lets one fly. Mio went down to block that as it came off Goring's stick, and the Rangers have cleared it the length of the ice. 40 seconds gone in the penalty time against Allison. Eddie Buffin takes the turn, comes up left wing, the pass out of the reach of Tonelli. Trottier, Bossy, and Tonelli move in. And Eric Anderson got the puck loose to McClanahan, was checked right at the blue line by Buffin. Now Anderson with it outside the line to Laidlaw, to Barry Beck. Keller moves up to forecheck, and Beck dumps at the length of the ice with 55 seconds left in this penalty. They watch Stefan Persson. His pass went right to Trottier, couldn't handle it, however. Here's Chartrand firing it off the boards and into the penalty box. Almost into the lens of a very expensive camera.
It did hit the lens, Jiggs. The cameraman now looking at it, looking down on the floor like maybe something had come off it. You see the row of camera people, television, action camera down there, and stationary cameramen. Now there's the puck as it lay down inside, and there's the camera that took the blow. Something is off it. No question, it's expensive. Cameras are very expensive. Look at the lens. You know cameras. That's a big lens. That's a certain power or something.
Yeah, that'll take a few chins off you. Trottier around the boards to Bossy. Bossy back to Persson at the point. And bothered by Lennon as he gave the puck to Trottier. He was checked by Barry Beck, and the Ranger captain has cleared it to center ice. 25 seconds left in this Islander power play. Persson across to Janssen. Thomas Janssen comes over the line, gave it to Bossy, into Janssen. Thomas Janssen knocked down in the corner, and Lennon slaps it the length of the ice.
Good defensive move. Rick Chartrand on Thomas Janssen. Played the body, not the puck, took him out of the play. His teammate got the puck and shot it down the ice.
Chartrand has had an impressive playoff series against the Islanders. We watch Janssen from the blue line, and he eluded Mio, but just wide of the net. Skipped off the boards, over the glass, and the teams are back at 6 aside again. They have 3:36 remaining in this opening period.
A hard knuckleball by Thomas Janssen, Jiggs. A fluttering shot. It had steam on it. The puck does tricks. Turns on its edge and goes flat, and it'll dip and dive, much like a knuckleball. They can fool a goaltender. Hard to shoot that puck deliberately in that way.
Yes, indeed. We watch the face-off now. It sets up with Bourne at center ice. Wayne Sutter is on the right side. Brent Sutter on the left. Duguay pulled the puck away from Bourne. It's taken by Baker. Bill Baker up the right side. Backman checked in his own zone. There's Baker with it again. On the outside the blue line to Duguay. Right side. It was knocked out of the air by Gordy Lane with a high stick. Lane makes contact with it again, and we get another face-off. Lane exchanging some words with Duguay. There's Backman for the Rangers as well, but nothing develops in that. If necessary, the 7th and deciding game of the Islander Rangers series will be seen exclusively on SportsChannel Sunday night at 7. That's when the 3-time champs will face off against the New York Rangers. Find out if the Islanders will defend their title. It'll start with the Islander preview beginning at 6:30 exclusively on SportsChannel, the home of the home team. Eddie Mio at center ice, unable to get the puck to Bourne. Here's Lane with it. Gordy Lane to Brent Sutter. Off his stick, cleared out to center ice. Morrow across the lane. Up the left wing, away from Bourne. Ruotsalainen has to change it. Ruotsalainen out on defense along with Phil Baker. The Rangers without Dave Maloney. Don Maloney missing this game as well. And Sutter just centered the puck and comes up the right side. Backward check by Bourne. The puck ends up in the Islanders' zone. Billy Smith out to cover up on it. McPhee and Morrow bumped together, but not a whole lot exchange. McPhee said in the pregame that he and Morrow hadn't talked during the season. They were teammates back at Bowling Green University.
4 years he went to Bowling Green. There's the puck. Billy Smith knows only one thing to do in that situation. That's to hang on to it. McPhee, as momentum carries in. Nothing intended, nothing done.
McPhee got his degree in management. I didn't ask if it was hockey management. I presumed it was business.
And you brought out the fact that he was not drafted, signed as a free agent by the Rangers. August of 1982. Played 4 years. Pretty good.
He got better and better to the point where he was the College Player of the Year a year ago.
Scored 40 goals in 78-79. Highest assist total was 52. That was in 81-82. He's never played in a regular NHL game.
He hasn't.
He was down in Tulsa, playing in the Rangers farm system until coming up for the playoffs.
Now Greshner is checked by Goring deep in the Islanders zone. Islanders up 1-0. Here's Beck off the left point. His shot got through, but wide of the net. Trache picks it up. Ryan Trache to Goring. He and Nystrom move into center ice. Goring across the line, trying to come in around Beck. Plays it behind the net. Potvin started in off the left point, let it go, and there's Vittoric. Vittoric's pass up the left wing boards out of the reach of Greshner. He got a stick on it, and that's offside against the Rangers. 2:14 remaining in the opening period.
Could see the teamwork between the two linesmen, Hodges and John D'Amico. D'Amico couldn't see that Greshner actually touched the puck, creating an offside pass. Hodges did. He called it instead of John D'Amico.
Just a note for our audience tonight, during the intermission, we'll be transferring over to the Bern Meadowlands Arena for an update on the Knicks-Nets playoff game. Game 1 of their mini-series in the NBA. Morrow with the puck across to Johnson to the left side for John Tonelli. Tonelli shot it in off Kleinendorf. 3 minutes remaining in the period. Kleinendorf's got it to the line. Not out. Here's Tonelli with the puck. John Tonelli moves in. Mio got a piece of it. Bounces off the boards back of the net. And Mio went out to clear it for McClanahan. Nystrom got upended. Rangers control it. Laidlaw fed it deeply into center ice. This is Hedberg with Pavlich across the blue line. Hedberg shot. Smith clears out of side. Hedberg bumped to the corner by Morrow. The puck tied up there as well. Pavlich has kicked it loose. Pavlich unable to center it. Now Kenny Morrow gave it to Nystrom. It went off his stick. Morrow moves up. Can't make contact with it. Goring turns Pavlich around. Thomas Johnson came over to pick up the puck. Johnson starts out. 3 Rangers back. Johnson's pass went to Nystrom. He was checked by Kleinendorf. And Kleinendorf overskated it. Down the left side comes Ruotsalainen into the Islanders zone with a shot. He scores! Ruotsalainen down the left wing to tie it at 1.
We talked about how well he skates. We can talk about how well he shoots the puck while skating. Something most players can't do. Ruotsalainen does it very well. Let's take a look as he moves down. Look at the weight on his right foot as he let the shot go on the short side. He beat Billy Smith. He fooled Smith. He shot the puck in stride. Here's Ruotsalainen on his right foot. He let the shot go and beat Billy Smith and tied the score at 1 apiece, his 4th goal of the playoffs.
Kleinendorf will get an assist. He'd actually lost the puck. And Ruotsalainen picked it up. And we just saw Mio tested back in the Ranger goal. Anders Kaller around to Bossy. Out to Trache. Off his stick. It's picked up by Kaller. Anders Kaller turns. Gave it to Potvin into the corner to Trache. To the point to Persson. Stefan Persson to Potvin. He's shooting. Bossy knocks it down. Gets it loose. He backhands. He scores! No, it's waved off. Bossy is claiming it's in the net. Pounds his stick on the glass with the goal judge. You see Brian Lewis saying no. Bossy and Kaller both appealing to him. I thought it was in the net.
It was a lot of feet and sticks in there, Jake. The referee was in an excellent position to spot the puck. Let's take a look at the action. There's Dennis Potvin to Bossy. He changed the direction. Mio got it. Bossy took it back, and here's the backhand shot. It appeared to be going in. Allison slid through. His skate hit the net. His stick hit the net. but the referee waves with his arms, no goal. And he is standing behind the net. No one had a better look at it. He and the goal judge. The light didn't go on. The referee said no goal. I'll have to believe him. As much as 95%, maybe 65% of the people here think it was in. Allison, fine defensive move, desperation move as he slides across in behind the goaltender, Mio, and took it away from Bossy.
Now Trache on this face-off. Allison for the Rangers. We have 47 seconds remaining in the opening period. Tied at 1. Trache with the Islander goal. Ruotsalainen for the Rangers. Gary Beck comes over to talk to Allison after Trache had moved out of the face-off circle. Well, they line up now, and the puck dropped. Whistle blows immediately. Somebody stepped into the face-off area too quickly. It appeared to be Caller and Laidlaw. Caller on the left wing for the Islanders.
Everybody has an assignment, Jiggs, on the face-off, in particular this kind of face-off, and so everybody's going to be moving on the drop of the puck.
Trache got it to Bossy, to Potvin, and it's off his stick out into center ice. Denny Potvin being fouled by Duguay. Played it to the line. There's Allison with it. Dropped it back. Laidlaw falls. Caller runs into him, and Allison shoots it around the boards. Billy Smith leaves it for Persson. From Persson up the middle to Trache. Trache trying to find Bossy on the right wing. Bossy takes it off the boards. Unable to set up his teammates. Now Trache with it. Trache to Caller on right wing. Caller chase to the corner across to Bossy, and he shot it wide as he was able to sneak it around Allison. The Rangers snap it ahead to Duguay. Duguay to Laidlaw. Comes into the Islanders zone. Taken off the puck by Potvin, and there's Caller. Caller to Persson with 3 seconds left. Persson to Trache, tips it to the line, and that'll do it for the opening period. The Islanders scored first, then the Rangers came back to tie it. The Islanders dominated. The shots on goal should be overwhelming in favor of the New York Islanders in the period, but at the end of 1, our score from the Nassau Coliseum is the Islanders 1, the Rangers 1. We'll be back with a recap following these messages.
This Bud's for everyone who's got the heart and courage to go the distance. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Eastern, America's favorite way to fly, now flies to South America. So if you want to get the most out of South America, go with the U.S. airline that flies to the most cities in South America. Call your travel agent for Eastern Airlines.
For everybody who's been making do, I'm doing without. The Bank of New York introduces the Goodbye Loan.
Goodbye, old clunker.
Besides auto loans,
Goodbye, Dockside Blues.
we've got boat loans to help you sail away from it all. And home improvement loans, all at some of the lowest rates around.
Goodbye, old paint.
So say goodbye to just getting by with a Goodbye Loan, only from the Bank of New York.
After 1 period here at the Nassau Coliseum, the Islanders and the Rangers are even at 1-1. Shots on goal in the period. Look at this by the New York Islanders, 21 shots at Eddie Mio. The Rangers managed only 5 at Billy Smith. Ryan Trache appeared to have scored the goal. It has been credited to Morrow. We thought Trache had made contact with it in his skates, but it's Morrow's goal apparently, with Nystrom drawing an assist at 13-18. And then just over 5 minutes later, Ruotsalainen scores from Kleinendorf. The Islanders had had a couple of power play chances, but nothing to show for it. Ruotsalainen's 4th goal in the playoffs. Kleinendorf the assist at 18:45. A solo effort in that goal by Ruotsalainen, really. For those 21 shots by the Islanders. I said at the outset, Mio's concentration was great in those 2 games at Madison Square Garden. It's just as good here tonight.
He gets to stay in the dressing now for the rest of the game, Jiggs. 21 shots, that's as much as a lot of teams get against the Islanders. or a lot of teams like the Islanders get against other teams in one night. That's a tremendous barrage, and of course the credit has to be placed in the lap of Mio. He did an outstanding job, particularly on the short-handed situations. Kaller was in, Goring was in, and Bourne were all in the span of about 30 seconds, and any one of them could have scored. The power play in itself must have had 4 or 5, 6 good shots that Mio he stopped every one of them. So that's the kind of goaltending they're going to have to win, but you go back on the other end, Billy Smith not worked too much at all, Jiggs, and that shot by Ruotsalainen, if you were to ask Billy Smith, he'd tell you that he should have had it.
Yes, I think so. The play of Brian Trottier, and I'm sure so many were concerned about whether he'd be at 50%, 60%. He appeared to be at 100% out there.
When I saw him take the run at Chartrand got out of the way and he hit the boards. If there was any ache or pain in his whole body at that time, it would have been multiplied the way he made contact with the boards. And if he'd have got Chartrand, he wouldn't have played anymore.
Well, we're all even at the end of one period here at the Nassau Coliseum. The score is the Islanders 1 and the Rangers 1. We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Now, America has a national daily newspaper, USA Today.
Sports for you in the USA Today. The scores, the stars from every state. The nation's sports in a different way.
USA Today, America's most comprehensive sports coverage, plus money, life, and the nation.
USA Today brings you the USA.
Ever get the feeling you'd like your car to perform as well as it can? That's why stunt driver Tom Anthony uses mobile detergent gasoline. After all, a clean carburetor performs better. It's as simple as that. Mobile detergent gasoline. For your everyday driving needs.
Sports Channel covers all the bases this season with exciting New York Yankees and New York Mets baseball. Follow Billy Martin's Bronx Bombers as they battle for the American League pennant. And if you're a Mets fan, the fun's about to begin on Sports Channel as Tom Seaver, George Foster, Dave Kingman, and the Mets step into the batter's box against the best in the National League. New York Yankees and New York Mets baseball on Sports Channel, the home of the home teams.
Here at the Nassau Coliseum, the New York Islanders and the New York Rangers are tied 1-1 at the end of the first period, Game 5 of this best-of-7 series. Now let's join Steve Albert and Bill Rafferty at the Byrne Meadowlands Arena for an update on Sports Channel's other event, the New Jersey Nets, New York Knicks playoff game. Steve?
So it's 55-48. Thank you, Jiggs, and welcome to the Meadowlands Arena. For those of you watching our other Sports Channel event, the Islander-Ranger playoff game, our score here is the Knicks 55, the Nets 48, with 1:09 remaining in the first half. Steve Albert, Bill Raftery, and Bob Goldshaw standing by. The turnaround by Buck Williams is off the heel of the rim. Rebounded by Truck Robinson, the outlet down to Sparrow. Sparrow moves away from Richardson. Then he lost the ball as he fell down. It trickles out off of the Nets.
They're working hard, the Nets, and you pursue this type of basketball defensively. It's the offense that's killing them. Their shots are harsh. They're either fast, off balance, or they're trying too hard to make their goals. And I would credit the defense of the Knickerbockers. Outstanding.
More substitutions for the New Jersey Nets. That's Darwin Cook. Darwin Cook replaces Otis Birdsong. Richardson is replaced by Foots Walker. Off the inbounds, what they call, not a goaltend, but a foul on Elmore, as Cartwright takes his seat in photographer's row.
You saw the coaches helping out here. On this pass, Lenny Elmore felt he was pushed. Here, trapping it. Could have been goaltending, but they're just giving the two-shot foul.
UB Brown wanted goaltending.
Now he wants a tee on Buck.
And to the line is Cartwright, who is 1 for 1. He has 7 points. A 74% shooter during the year. To the right of UB Brown, another New Jerseyite, Mike Fratello, the assistant coach. And alongside Mike is Richie Adebato. 1 out of 2 for Cartwright. He's got 8. 56-48. The Knicks by 8 with 50 seconds left of the first half. Eddie Phillips, the rookie out of Alabama. They swing it around into the corner to Walker. Darwin Cook over Trent Tucker. 6 points.
Well, the Knicks force you to make the outside shot. They back it in, make it tough to get it in deep.
30 seconds left in the half. 56-50 Knicks. They've led all the way. Their biggest lead, 11. Here's Sparrow against Walker. Can't get the baseline. Robinson muscles it in. The left-hander goes, plus the foul. 4 points for Truck Robinson. Foul on Elmore.
Well, when you post up this low with the strength that the Truck has, very difficult to stop him.
Number 2 on Len Elmore. And to the line is Len Truck Robinson for the first time. 59% during the regular season. Cannot make it a three-point play. 58-50 Knicks by 8. They'll look for the last shot. 11 seconds to go in the half, and now a 20-second timeout as they look to set something up with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. So Bill Blair calls the Nets over. Well, if necessary, the 7th and deciding game of the Islander Rangers series will be seen exclusively here on Sports Channel Sunday night at 7 when the 3-time champs face off against their crosstown rivals, the New York Rangers. Find out if the Islanders will defend their title, starting with the Islander preview at 6:30, exclusively on Sports Channel, the home of the home teams. To order, call 800-228-5665 or your local cable company.
Tough to get the ball in now, and UB's liable to trap the first pass. Obviously make it tough to get it in. Interesting to see if they end up with a 2-point shot, or a 3-point shot.
Albert King back in for Eddie Phillips for the final 9 seconds. Nets trail by 8. In it goes to Cook. He is immediately trapped. Looking for 3. Robinson the rebound. 1 second. They won't get a shot off. Sparrow was hanging down at the other end. So that's your story as far as one half is concerned. The Knicks led 35-27 at the end of 1 quarter of play. The Knicks' biggest lead in the first quarter was 8 points. Their biggest lead in the ball game was 11 points. So the score at the end of 1 half of play here at the Meadowlands Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey is the New York Knicks 58, the New Jersey Nets 50. For those of you watching the Islander Ranger game, let's return you to the Nassau Coliseum, Jiggs McDonald and Eddie Westfall.
All right, Steve, thanks to you. Bill as well. Here at the Nassau Coliseum, the Islanders and the Rangers are even at 1-1 at the end of the first period. We'll come back and look at the first period highlights right after these messages.
Goodyear is #1 in radials. So when we have a radial sale, it's really something. We've got steel-belted radials, all-seasoning glass-belted radials. Radials for imports. Need high performance? Right here. Radials for light trucks, too. Now on sale. If you need radials, now's the time. Goodyear's Radial Savings Spectacular is on.
Radials on sale now at Goodyear, but hurry, the sale ends Saturday.
Come on in. We've got your radials.
Save with #1, Goodyear.
We are USA 1, taking charge with tough, easy-to-own transportation like Chevy Chevette. While Ford's base Escort suggested retail price went up, the lowest price Chevy Chevette held the line. In fact, this 2-door Chevette is priced over $600 less than Escort L 2-door. And Chevette has millions more owner-driven miles behind it. Chevy Chevette, from America's sales leader. Now, get new low 9.9% financing on new Chevettes. Hurry, see your participating Chevy dealer now.
Where does Billy Smith hit the ice?
Sports Channel.
Sports Channel, the home of the home team.
1-1 tie after 1 period at the Nassau Coliseum. I'm Jiggs McDonald with Ed Westfall. Eddie, let's go back and take a look at the hits and misses.
I will, and you will, and let's all take a look at some of the action, and it was all Eddie Mio in the first period here at the Nassau Coliseum. Let's take a look at some of the work of Eddie Mio. Look at some of the work of Bob Bourne using his speed, and he has plenty to spare behind the net. Fed it in front of the net. Watch Dennis Potvin move in right here and pick up the puck. Watch Mio's glove. Boom, he gets it right off the back of the glove, deflected it up into the seats. Tremendous save. One of 20 at least that Eddie Mio made here in the first period. Let's to the goals now. There were two of them. Pick up the action, Ken Morrow. He gets the goal. I thought Brian Trottier had deflected the puck in. There's the shot by Morrow. You could see it change direction. It hit Eddie Johnstone. No, it didn't. It went all the way around the boards. He thought it was in too. I thought it was in, but the puck is still in play. Trottier kept it in behind. Bob Nystrom fights along the boards with Laidlaw. And there's the pass to Morrow. Here's the shot. Deflected. Now, I thought Brian Trottier deflected that puck in the net. He reaches up. Mio thought he deflected it in too because he's complaining. He's pointing back towards Brian Trottier saying he kicked it in. He kicked it in, but it was not kicked in. It was a goal. It was Kenny Morrow's first of the playoffs from Kaller and Nystrom at 13-18. 18:45. The New York Islanders in control of the puck. Thomas Johnson to Bob Nystrom. How about that for camera work? Beautiful stuff. It's appreciated. Nystrom is checked by Laidlaw. All of the Islanders were heading into the Rangers' end of the ice, and out come the New York Rangers, and it's Reijo Ruotsalainen. Now watch his right foot. He shoots the puck off his right foot in stride, and he beat Billy Smith. Smith gave him too much room on the short side. Ruotsalainen picked it, and he put it in to make it 1-1, his fourth goal of the playoffs. We'll be back for the start of the second period in just a moment. You're watching New York Islanders hockey on Sports Channel.
This Bud's for all the guys who keep the action from getting out of hand.
This Bud's for you, for all you do. The king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
The airline that doesn't plan for the future may not have one. 5 years ago, Eastern saw the future in a remarkable aircraft. Now it's here. The new Boeing 757. The most advanced, most fuel-efficient commercial jet ever built. It's going to help Eastern hold down the cost of flying for years to come.
We're Eastern, America's favorite way to fly.
Take a closer look, and you'll see that front-wheel drive isn't the only great thing about this Toyota Tercel. It's just the tip of the iceberg. This Tercel is the lowest-priced Toyota you can buy. It has more room than any subcompact and gives you more mileage than ever before. The new Toyota Tercel, a new standard in front-wheel drive. But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, 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 what a feeling. Toyota.
Some of our guests receive a gift certificate from Rusty's, located at 73rd Street and 3rd Avenue in Manhattan, serving the finest foods at reasonable prices. The New York home of Canadian baby back ribs, open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner from 12 noon, available for private parties as well.
Second period underway very briefly, and an offside called against the Rangers. We've played 27 seconds of the period. We're going to face off just inside the blue line. The Islander goal now has been credited to Brian Trottier. Let's go back and look at it again.
Gut feelings, and when you have them, you should stick with them. There's the pass by Bob Nystrom to Ken Morrow. Morrow's shot is deflected by Brian Trottier. Mio looked at him. You see him point at him, points at the referee, says Trottier kicked it in. I had the feeling I should have stuck with it. I started to doubt it and shouldn't have, but anyway, Brian Trottier has now been credited the goal instead of Ken Morrow.
Score remains Islanders 1, the Rangers 1. The puck shot around behind that Ranger goal and picked up by Kleinendorf. Trottier on top of him. Kleinendorf one-handed it to Johnstone. Back the other way out of the reach of Laidlaw. Bossy got a piece of Lennon, and Trottier picks up the puck at center ice. Shot it back in wide of Eddie Mio. Mio had 21 shots to face in that opening period.
That ties an Islander record, Jiggs, against Philadelphia in 1980.
Puck cleared down into the Islander zone. They got it up left wing quickly to Kaller. It was checked right at the blue line. Now Morrow sends Bossy across the Ranger line. The pass to Trottier. Tried to get it back to Bossy, but somebody had stepped in front of him. Johnstone with the puck in his skates. Eddie Johnstone trying to clear it out. Thomas Janssen got a piece of it. Couldn't hold it, however. Now here's Lennon shooting it in wide of Billy Smith. Smith leaves the puck for Morrow. Morrow trying to come up the right side. Gave it to Bossy. Bossy across to Kaller. The pass was behind him. Now Janssen dumps it in, but offside has been called. They're going to break in the action with 18:29 remaining to play, period number 2. And our score is the Islanders 1 and the Rangers 1.
A new era in banking begins. The manufacturer's Hanover Money Management System. The banking system you tailor to meet your financial needs. Begin with our money management account, the key to high money market rates. With it, build your own portfolio. Choose from secure investments, high-yield CDs, tax-deferred investments, even a Super Now account. All in one system, all in one place. The MHT Money Management System.
While we're away, Mike Allison was helped off the ice, Eddie, and he appeared to be limping.
The Lamont Cranston of this hockey game, Jiggs. He's been the shadow of Mike Bossy since the start of the hockey game. A couple of times he's taken runs at Bossy. A couple of times he's made contact, but he made contact once too often, and he's gone to the dressing room.
Here's a break for Pavlich of the Rangers across the line with McClanahan. Pavlich's pass hit Persson, comes out in front, and there's Bourne. Bob Bourne clears it to the blue line. It'll be picked up by Dwayne Sutter. Now to Brent. Brent comes over the line, but it was knocked away from him. Persson has to wait for Bourne to get back onside. Persson to Potvin, steps into the Ranger zone, trying to cut through the defense, is hauled down from behind. Ranger penalty going to Ruotsalainen for hooking, setting up the third Islander power play of the game.
Calculated risk, not too high. Not too happy. Reijo Ruotsalainen as he heads for the penalty box. Potvin's trying to split the defense. Not a dangerous play. He was not in jeopardy of getting caught. He went down. Ruotsalainen draws a penalty, a hooking penalty, and the Islanders go to the power play. Let's take a look at how the play developed. There's Dwayne Sutter trying to shoot it in. Oh, this is the break by the Rangers. Pavlich checked Sutter and broke away. McClanahan is screaming down the left wing side. Stefan Persson breaks up the attempted pass of Pavlich to Rob McClanahan.
So the Islanders now with Ruotsalainen in the box have Janssen and Persson on the points. Goring between Nystrom and Tonelli, and they got the puck back to the point. That's Thomas Janssen. He shoots one, just went wide, rebounded in front, and Mio covered up in a hurry as Goring was right there.
More pressure on the goaltender, Ed Mio. His teammates are going to have to relieve some of the pressure, Jiggs. He cannot face another 21 shots, although they're on a power play, the Islanders. Not much that the Rangers can do about it right now.
Goring again got the face-off back to Johnstone. Or Janssen, excuse me, across to Persson to Janssen. Thomas Janssen in off the point, out in front to Goring, and his shot hit Duguay. Persson lets one go. What a stop by Mio. Duguay checked in his own zone. Duguay around the boards. There's Nystrom. Nystrom unable to get the puck to Goring. Tonelli ties up Duguay. Persson at the right point into Butch Goring. Goring checked by Duguay, and Johnstone starts out for the Rangers. Eddie Johnstone hits center ice over the Islander line, turns, then dumps it into the corner. Duguay got a stick on it, centered one out in front, but Nystrom came over to pick it up. A minute 15 remaining in this Islander power play. Nystrom across the line, dropped it to Tonelli. Tonelli tied up by Ken-Eric Anderson, and McClanahan failed to control the puck. Nystrom to Janssen. Janssen across to Persson. Back to Janssen. To Persson, it bounces off his stick, and he'll recover at center ice. McClanahan right on top of him. Stole the puck, gave it to Ken-Eric Anderson, who moves in. Can't get a shot away. Less than a minute remaining in the power play. Nystrom from back of the net. Gave it to Thomas Janssen. Janssen, stick handling out of his own zone into center. The pass to Nystrom across the Ranger line around Anderson. Beck moves over on Nystrom. Nystrom shot it around the boards to Kaller. Into the corner to Trottier. Trottier and Laidlaw bumped together. Keller jabbing at the puck. It's in the skates of Laidlaw. Came loose to Trottier. Trottier going back of the net. Unable to center as Laidlaw rolled him along the boards. Bossy is checked by Anderson, and the Rangers have shot it down the ice. 20 seconds left in Ruotsalainen's penalty.
Good penalty killing for the New York Rangers, Jiggs. The Islanders have yet to get a good shot at Eddie Mio.
Now Keller drops the puck to Trottier, to Potvin. Eddie Potvin right at the blue line, lets one go. It hit Bossy, shoots, he scores! Bossy picked up the puck after Potvin shot it, hit him, it's 2-1.
What a reflex play by 22 Mike Bossy. After Dennis Potvin had hit him with the shot, here's Potvin's shot. He got it up high. He had it out on the end of the stick. Bossy couldn't get out of the way. He tried, and it came off his leg, and he shot it right away into the lower right-hand corner. And Mike Bossy, his 6th goal of the playoffs, has regained the lead for the New York Islanders here in the second period.
It is a power play goal as you look at it again. It comes at 4:01. Ruotsalainen had gone off for hooking at the 2:07 mark.
Something unusual about the goal, Jiggs. If you notice where the goaltender, Ed Mio, was, he was forced all the way back into the net. On the power play, he has to play a little deeper. And the reason the goal got by him was that he was not able to come out on the top of the crease where he'd like to have been.
He has really been bombarded in the game thus far. Potvin and Trottier getting assists on Bossy's 6th goal of the playoffs. That's the 3rd in the series against the Rangers. We had 2 on Sunday, none Monday, and we watched Pavlich move in, dropped it back. Brent Sutter took his man down. The Ranger fans yelling as McPhee was spilled, but here's Dwayne Sutter to Brent Sutter. Up the left side, out of the reach of Bourne. Chartrand with it at the Ranger line. Gave it to Bourne, back at the Islander zone to Gordy Lane. Across now to Morrow. Eddie Morrow at center ice, who shot it wide of Eddie Mio. Chartrand slapped it right to the point. Here's Lane with a shot. Bounced in front, and Mio was able to make a spectacular stop. Mark Pavlich slows the play down a little bit. Gave the puck to Baker. Bill Baker up the left side. George McPhee is checked, so is Hedberg. McPhee across now to Rick Chartrand. Chartrand center ice into the Islander zone. 3 Islanders converged on him. He shot it to the corner. Pavlich in after it. Lane bumps him off the puck. Lane Sutter picks it up. Sutter flips it high in the air into the center ice zone and had a little English on it. Finally ends up deeper in the Ranger territory for Kleinendorf. Out to center ice. Away from Greshner. This will be called back for icing as Persson picks it up in the Islander zone. There's a break in the action. 14:34 remaining in the second period with the score. The Islanders 2, the Rangers 1.
In Atlantic City, there are 8 hotel casinos. And then there's the Golden Nugget. There is no hotel casino in the world like the Golden Nugget in Atlantic City. You really have to see it to believe it.
Ask Mike Bossy, he'll tell you, I'll pay the price anytime. Dennis Potvin turns. The price he's going to pay, he's going to get hit with a puck on the inside of his leg. That's going to leave him with a nice bruise and a sore leg, but he finished the play, putting the puck into the net. His 25th career power play goal. He's 2nd on the all-time playoff list. 1 power play goal behind Jean Beliveau.
Now Merrick at center ice with Bossy and Gilbert on the wings as the Islanders were forced back into their own zone. Persson, a dangerous pass, but Merrick streaks down the right side. Works on Kleinendorf, cuts to the inside, back to Bossy, centers. Gilbert was tied up. It's underneath Merrick, and play has been called. They'll face off outside the Ranger blue line.
Fine hustle by the Islanders again as they break quickly out of their own end of the ice. Merrick using his speed, and he has it down the right wing side. Talk about Mr. April. Wayne Merrick, overtime goal against Quebec, in Quebec.
His was the Stanley Cup winning goal in 1981 against the Minnesota North Stars. Bossy had the winning goal last year, and of course, Bobby Nystrom, the first Stanley Cup winning goal in the Islander history, the overtime goal against Pete Peters and the Philadelphia Flyers. Johnson got it to the Ranger line. Eddie Johnstone plays it back to Ruotsalainen, now to Beck. Barry Beck to Lennon. Into center ice. Ruotsalainen pokes it into the Islanders zone. Back goes Wayne Merrick. Shoveled it around the boards. There's Lennon waiting for it. Bossy slammed into him from behind, and the puck went to Thomas Johnson. Johnson spins away from Lennon and a neat move. Comes up over the blue line into center ice. Thomas Johnson across the Ranger line. Gave it to Wayne Merrick. Merrick drops it back to Johnson. Lets it go from the line and eluded Mio, but was just wide of the net. That can turn Gilbert around, and now Duguay dumps it down into the Islanders zone. Johnson hustles back, and the Rangers are called for having iced the puck.
People on their feet, they appreciate the play of Thomas Johnson. He's got so many moves, and he handles the puck so well. Let's take a look at the young Swede in action. Not many players can do this. They make it look so easy. Watch Thomas Johnson. Look at the move he lays right there. Just spins right around, hangs on the puck, and away he goes. Never missed a stride, never missed a note. And away he went. Ended up with a good shot at the net. He missed by a little bit. Thomas Johnson has talent upon talent upon talent.
The Islanders were patient with him a year ago, his first season in the NHL. He didn't play against some teams.
He's rivaled, Jiggs. He's rivaled with Ruotsalainen on the other team because he can do the same things.
Oh, yes. Ruotsalainen can shoot the puck and skate. Very heady hockey player. The Islanders in their own end of the ice. McClanahan trying to center the puck. McClanahan puts it back in the goal for Pavlich. Overskated it. Laidlaw gets it to Pavlich. He is checked by Tonelli, and the Islanders started out 3-on-1. Tonelli to Nystrom. Nystrom across the line to Billy Carroll and hopped off the stick. Billy Carroll trying to come out of the corner, couldn't get control of it. Potvin picks it up at center ice. Off the boards to Hedberg, now to Laidlaw. Dumps it in over the Islander line. There's Potvin clearing it to center. Down into the Ranger zone, and Eddie Mio has to block it. Left it for Kleinendorf. We have 12:40 to play, and the puck is shot up into the crowd in the Ranger end of the ice. We get a break in the action with 12:38 remaining in the period, and the score, the Islanders 2, the Rangers 1.
WALK wants you to win the Epcot Center send-off. You'll fly Eastern Airlines to sunny Central Florida. Discover for yourself just how incredible Walt Disney's Epcot Center is. Listen to WALK for more about Epcot Center and how you can be one of 8 families of 4 to win a trip to the newest wonder of Walt Disney World. What you'll hear, you'll never believe. What you'll win, you'll never forget. The Walt Disney World Epcot Center send-off, only on WALK.
Getting ready for a face-off to the left of Eddie Mio as Trottier moves in on the draw against Vettori. Bossy and Beck bump together. The Rangers come over center ice. Vettori trying to feed it in across the line. It went off Backman. McPhee puts it out in front. It hit a stick that was on the ice. Morrow had lost it. And now at center ice, Beck to Vettori. Across to Ruotsalainen on the right side. Into center ice to McPhee. Comes over the line. Is checked. It's brought back in offside by Mike Backman.
John D'Amico down on the line has a bird's eye view, a close look at the puck. No question in the mind of John D'Amico. Called it offside.
Well, the Mets are back on Sports Channel as they meet the Atlanta Braves Sunday, May 1st, 1:30. The Braves paying a visit to Shea Stadium. Yankee baseball on Sports Channel this Saturday afternoon at 2. The Yankees and the Twins at Yankee Stadium. There's Kenny Morrow with the puck. Across to Johnson. It comes over the line. Was checked there by Ruotsalainen. Backman covers up. Left it in the corner for Vettori. Pulled it away from Bossy's check. Vettori comes over the line. Shot it into the Islanders zone. Wide of the net. Morrow gets back. Touches it first. And the Rangers have been called for icing. I want to send along our best wishes to a good Islander fan who's missing the game tonight because of the flu bug that's going around. Brian Resnick doesn't miss too many games, but he's home watching Sports Channel tonight. Hope you're enjoying it. Well, it's probably not like being here at the Coliseum, though, Brian.
7-0, Jiggs. I think they got that wrong. Not here. They got it wrong somewhere. They must be telling the guys in the truck the wrong message. How could it be 7-0? Second period. 1-0. Chicago leads Minnesota.
Now Boston can take a 3-2 lead in that series at home tonight. Chicago can close down the Minnesota North Stars if they win in Chicago. And Edmonton later tonight will be hosting Calgary. Edmonton with a chance to wrap up that series. Here the Islanders and the Rangers are in game 5 with the Islanders up 3-2, but they have just been called for an offside at the Ranger line. And are you ready to go to Saskatoon next season?
Only if, like Mr. Bourne, I told Bobby Bourne's dad if they build an airport there, and I guess he's working on it because the National Hockey League is notified at approximately 4:15 p.m. today. Representatives of the Ralston Purina Company said that they had sold or had agreed to sell the team, the St. Louis Blues franchise, to a group from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, subject to approval of the Board of Governors of the National Hockey League. So they have agreed to terms. It just has to be accepted now by Harold Ballard.
And a few other owners, governors of the National Hockey League. Any indication when they'll meet to
as soon as possible? I guess they're trying to pull an emergency meeting, and the Ralston Purina Company would like to get that over and done with, and I'm sure the people in Saskatoon would love to.
I'm glad my dog's off that puppy chow. Brent Sutter, Dwayne Sutter, and Bourne have cleared the puck into center ice. Chartrand moves it off the boards. Lennon on the far side had it, but lost control of it. Chartrand, Brent Sutter bumping into one another. Brent Sutter got control of the puck a second time and played it across to Gordy Lane on the right side of the Islander defense. Lane works it around the boards. Mio cuts it off. Eddie Johnstone unable to come off the boards cleanly. Here's Brent Sutter in front to Bourne. He shoots on and went wide. Bourne in the slot with a great chance, drilled it wide of the net, and now Lennon feeds it up to Johnstone, who couldn't handle it at center ice. Lane gets bumped on the play. Lennon comes in on the right wing side. Across it goes and cleared by Brent Sutter, just out of the reach of Duguay. Brent Sutter to Bourne. That's in over the line on right wing, coming in on goal, a backhander. Mio, the glove save, the rebound, and coming up on that. Oh my, another shot. Mio down, has blocked it. Gordy Lane scores. Lane on the rebound. It's 3-1 Islanders.
Pandemonium breaks loose here in the Coliseum as the Islanders' Gordy Lane smartly moved in from his point position and put it away. Bourne had two opportunities, and Mio beat him both times. Sutter had an opportunity, and Mio beat him. What a play. Look at Bourne here. Look at the save. Mio pulls off a backhander by Bourne. Rebound, Dwayne Sutter. Mio gets that also. The Islanders don't stop, neither does Mio. He can't corral the puck, and Gordy Lane puts it away, and the people yell, Gordy, Gordy. As we look again, look at the speed of Bourne, a tremendous backhand shot, an even better save. Two saves in a row, Bourne and then Dwayne Sutter. And with the puck loose and Mio grappling to try and stop the play, Gordy Lane has scored.
Brent Sutter will get an assist. Along with Bob Bourne, we watch Morrow covering up in front of the Islander goal. Morrow lumps it out over the line into center ice, across the Ranger line. Latungoi hit the post, hit the inside of the post to the left of Mio. He managed to smother the puck, but my, oh my, are the Islanders shooting.
Eddie Mio, he stuck the goalpost in front of that one. He's using everything. Look at the drive by Morrow. Bang, off the goalpost, came right back to Mio, and he hung on to it. A lot of speed by Morrow. He lumbers, he's got long legs. He's moving at a tremendous speed there for a big man. And the shot, with all that speed behind it, rings off the goalpost right back to the goaltender.
We are midway through the second period and regulation time, with the Islanders leading 3-1. It's been Trottier, Bossy, and Lane with the Islander goals. Ruotsalainen has scored for the Rangers. We were tied 1-1 at the end of the first period. Now Kleinendorst around the boards. Pavlich is checked by Thomas Janssen, and Nystrom takes over at center ice. Shot it in off the stick of Kleinendorst. Eddie Mio fed it aside for Laidlaw. Laidlaw off the boards, out of the reach of Hedberg. Nystrom slaps it, and it goes up into the seats. So they'll face off outside the New York Ranger blue line with 9:47 to play. Well, instead of meal money next season, when we get one of those Saskatoon trips, maybe we'll request snowshoes instead.
I'll tell you, there's no shortage of snow. Listen, don't talk about snow in Saskatoon. I'll bet you we've had as much here in the last 3 days as they've had in Saskatoon in the last week and a half.
Somebody had a good idea, and I forget now who the writer was, but he suggested that they take the $13 or $16 million that they're offering, make everybody happy, just move Saskatoon to St. Louis.
Only you, Jiggs, could come up with that.
No, I read it somewhere.
I mean, just even come up with it somewhere in the literature column.
Icing has been called against the New York Islanders, and they'll face off in the circle to the left. Billy Smith. If you missed the first period for some reason, the Islanders outshot the Rangers 21-5. And the score was tied 1-1 at the end of that 20 minutes.
They've got to be on their way to coming close again, Jiggs, to 15 plus in this period. At the rate that they've gone through the first half of the second period, they have to be close. There's the backup goaltender to Eddie Mio. Glenn Hanlon sitting on.
Potvin with the puck following the draw. Gave it to Brian Trottier. Starts out with Merrick and Dwayne Sutter. The pass up the left wing. Wayne Merrick rather, chasing it. Got it around the boards. Over came Fatorik. Poked it away from Persson up to Greshner. Comes down the left side. Greshner played it into the skates of Kent-Eric Anderson, and offside is called at the New York Islander blue line. The Islanders' 1983 playoff tickets for the 6 possible Conference Championship and Stanley Cup Series home games at the Coliseum go on sale to the general public this Saturday, 10:30 a.m. only at the Nassau Coliseum. Over-the-counter sales priced at $32, $27, and $22 for the 2 series. Season ticket subscribers pay $27, $23, and $19. That's not the important thing, I guess. The issue is that they go on sale Saturday morning at 10:30 here at the Nassau Coliseum. Trottier with the puck. Back to Morrow, to Lane, to Trottier, over to Kaller. Bossy moves up the right side, took it off the boards into the Ranger zone. Turned to get away from Greshner and slapped it back to the net. There's Kaller in front. It's broken up by Beck as he tried to spot Trottier. Now Fatorik has checked off the puck in the Ranger zone. Bossy out at center ice. Rink wide to Morrow, now to Trottier. Pokes it in around Beck, and Ruotsalainen hustles back. Rio Ruotsalainen, they call him Rexy. To Fatorik. Moved it up left side. Now comes Barry Beck with a pass to Anderson. Lane hustles back. Kent-Eric Anderson centers. Beck too well covered by Bossy. The puck came loose. Smith dives on it. Holds it for a face-off.
Close call. Ruotsalainen has scored for the New York Rangers back near the end of the first period. Come very close again as Billy Smith robs them. There's Beck to Kent-Eric Anderson. Gord Lane, the only Islander back at that point. There's the play. Back to Beck, and here comes Ruotsalainen moving in on the right side. He jams the puck, lets the shot go. Billy Smith quickly makes the save off his left pad. Ruotsalainen moved up quickly to take the shot. Speaking of Gordy Lane, that was his 3rd career playoff goal he got at 9:30. Made the score 3-1.
Bossy at 4:01, Lane at 9:30 here in the second period. Dwayne Sutter has gone back to get a new stick from assistant trainer Jim Pickard.
Sauvé in the game at the Boston Garden was replaced by Phil Muir at 3:14 of the first period.
Philippe Louis Muir. Probably an Andre Joseph in there somewhere too. Potvin with the puck following the face-off. Persson on the right side of the Islander defense. Potvin fed it up neatly to Brent Sutter. Into center ice. Bourne and Dwayne Sutter on a crisscross pattern. The pass comes to Bourne on the right side. Out in front, Dwayne Sutter scores!
It was delayed, but only momentarily. They stood and looked and watched. But finally, the puck was in behind Eddie Mio. The Islanders move in again, as so often they've done in the second period as they did in the first. There's Bourne, backhands it in front, tipped by Dwayne Sutter. Mio got a piece of it, but he did not get enough of it to keep it from going across the goal line. 4-1 now as the Islanders, with 3 straight goals here in the second period, haven't opened up a 3-goal lead.
Dwayne Sutter getting his 5th of the playoffs. We watch Brent. Back to Potvin. A shot blocked by Mio. The puck came loose, and there's Chartrand. Chartrand moves it to the left side for McPhee. Over the Islander line with Duguay. Potvin stepped in front of him. Potvin checked by Duguay. Managed to get the puck to Bourne, up to Dwayne Sutter, who is off balance. Chartrand is clearing a tip, but off Brent Sutter. Now McPhee comes to the Islander line. Shot it in around the boards, but it's being called back on an offside. We're going to break in the action here with 7:44 remaining in the second period, and the score now is the Islanders 4 and the Rangers 1.
At Manufacturers Hanover, we separate fact from fiction. That's why you're coming to us for the facts on retiring comfortably, facts on checking,
Effects on earning high interest. You're getting these facts and more from our fact machines, fact phones, fact newsletters, and customer service staff. In these confusing times, it pays to come to Manufacturers Hanover Trust, where our facts make your money worth more.
Look where the facts got us.
About the time you're looking for Bossy and Trache, Keller, it's Bourne, Sutter, and Sutter. They did it again. Dwayne Sutter that time. Getting the goal, his 5th of the playoffs. Bourne and Brent Sutter assisting.
Ruotsalainen has just lapped the puck into the Islander zone. Morrow with it back of the net. Up the right wing side, under the reach of Goring, who tried to go to the inside and Barry Beck. And the Ranger defense tightens up, and it up left side to McClanahan. Havlich comes down the opposite wing. Morrow knocked it out of the skates of McClanahan. Loose in the corner to the right of Billy Smith. Controlled by Thomas Johnson with a pass to Goring. Goring working on Beck as he comes over the line. Nystrom heads for the net. The pass is there. Nystrom's shot was blocked by Mio. Then Goring is turned around by Beck. Loose puck comes back to Morrow. Into John Tonelli. Tonelli to Nystrom. He duffed the shot. Tonelli picks it up again. Tonelli clears it to the open wing. Over comes Barry Beck for the Rangers. Out to center. McClanahan to Pavlich. Across the line. In front to Hedberg. Off his skates, but the whistle is sounded on an offside. The Islanders, with a 3-goal outburst here in the second period, built themselves a 4-1 lead over the New York Rangers. Game 6 is at Madison Square Garden Friday night, 8 o'clock.
Amazing when you think of all the scouts that are watching hockey games in the playoffs, Jiggs. Obviously, the Boston Bruins have someone watching both these teams, as do Buffalo, as do the Islanders and Rangers and Edmonton and Calgary. Wonder what the difference would be. Wonder what they feel is the difference between the two teams from the games in Madison Square Garden to here tonight and the 2 games previous to that, the opening 2 games of the series.
Well, it's difficult to say what those reports would indicate. The Islanders getting the chances. They had the chances in Game 4, but couldn't beat Mio. He was as steady as a rock. Johnstone in forechecking, put it in front of the Islander goal, and there's Persson. Around to Keller. It goes to Trache. 2-on-1 with Bossy. Across to Bossy. The Trache just out of his reach. Trache sets up Bossy in the far face-off circle, but he was knocked off the puck by Lennon. There's Trache battling on the boards. Keller as well, and they've frozen it for a face-off. We get a break here with just over 6 minutes to play in the second period. The scores, the Islanders 4 and the Rangers 1.
I tell you, boss, we're overstocked. What we need is a sale.
Let's see. We've got Sealy Twins, Falls, Queens, and Kings.
We need is a sale.
We've got Sealy Firms, Extra Firms, and Luxury Firms.
What we need is a sale.
Murray, what we need is a sale.
Good idea, sir.
All Hillside bedding stores in Nassau are having a Super Sealy sale for the grand opening of Hillside's new Lynbrook store, Hillside Bedding.
Linesman John D'Amico with about 8 stitches in his forehead. Dropping the puck. It's in and out of the skates of Fatorik. Here's Beck. Barry Beck. And Greshner is playing up in the left side. He and Morrow go to the corner together. The puck popped loose for Merrick. Wayne Merrick will celebrate a birthday on Saturday. Gave it to Nystrom. Nystrom back to Merrick. Knocked away from him at the Ranger blue line. And as Johnson picks it up, the whistle sounds for an offside. Veteran Wayne Merrick will celebrate his 31st birthday. As you look at the youngster, Thomas Johnson, and the veteran of the Wars, Al Arbor.
All right, Jiggs. Tonight's Sports Channel Islander News trivia question comes from Diane O'Leary of Farmingdale. What 2 brothers combination led the Rangers to their last Stanley Cup in 1940? 2 brother combinations.
Well, the Cook brothers would be one. And the Patricks? No,
not the Cook brothers.
Really?
No.
1940?
There was 2 sets of brothers. You got one right, but we need another one.
Well, better half right than totally wrong, I guess, Diana.
I'll give you a little time.
Okay, here's Beck. To Ruotsalainen, out to Greshner. Morrill stepped in front of him, and the Islanders are offside once more at the Ranger line. We have 5:23 remaining in the second period.
We talked about Brian Trottier, Jiggs, and we tried to keep an eye on how Brian Trottier is operating. There he is on the bench talking to Ron Waske. He took a heavy check into the boards. Early in the hockey game, they were trying to get after him, trying to test his leg. He was testing it pretty good himself, but he's still in the hockey game. Still going strong. He has to feel the effects as the game goes along. If you're not 100%, you have any kind of a weakness, particularly in the knees, it'll start to show up in the third period.
Now Janssen banged on the boards by Fetorik's check. Janssen comes off the boards limping. Back to Ruotsalainen. To Anderson, he is bumped off the puck by Greg Gilbert. Billy Carroll is checked by Fatorik, and here's Janssen flipping it into the Ranger zone. Nystrom and Beck in a race for it. They collide in the corner. The puck came loose. Ken-Erik Anderson controls it. Anderson up the left side to Greshner. Into center ice. Here's Ruotsalainen over the Islander line. Lets one fly. Glove save by Billy Smith. And he has held it long enough for a face-off. Both teams are going to make some player changes here. We've got 4 minutes and 40 seconds left with a break in the action. Our scores, the New York Islanders 4, the New York Rangers 1.
For everybody who's been making do, I'm doing without. The Bank of New York introduces the Goodbye Loan.
Goodbye, old clunker.
Besides auto loans,
Buy Dockside Blue.
we've got boat loans to help you sail away from it all. And home improvement loans, all at some of the lowest rates around.
Goodbye, old paint.
So say goodbye to just getting by with a Goodbye Loan, only from the Bank of New York.
Face off to the right of Billy Smith. Brent Sutter will face off against Ron Duguay. Linesman John D'Amico is over at the Ranger bench, getting some help from the Ranger training staff. I mentioned that he had 8 stitches above his right eye. Brian Lewis, the referee, said first time he knew that cement could bleed. And that's I gave full credit to Brian Lewis. Are
you handing that off, or did you say it, Jake?
No, he said it.
You're very good at being evasive on things like that. You don't like to take credit when you deserve it.
That's not my line, 18. Here's Dwayne Sutter across the line. Sutter around the boards. Bob Bourne is checked by Chartrand. McPhee fed it ahead to Duguay. Duguay starting out with Backman. 3 Islanders back. The crowd reacts to Duguay handling the puck. Backman not able to get it back to him as Persson broke up the play. Now to Brent Sutter. But Dwayne Sutter comes over the line, working on Baker. Drop pass. Brent Sutter to Dwayne. Cuts in a backhander. Mio hung right with him to make the save. Dwayne Sutter to Brent. Trying to tap it out in front of the net. It was picked off, however, by McPhee. Now to Duguay. Duguay to Backman over the Islander line. Was checked by Persson. Gave the puck to Potvin. McPhee steps into him. They tie up one another. Persson controls the puck. Gave it to Brent Sutter. Sutter across to this right side to Persson. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left as he comes to center ice and dumps it around the boards. Mio cuts it off for Rio Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen up the left side over Led Pavlich with the pass. Here's Trottier. Ryan Trottier turning. Gave it to Bossy. Cuts it off the right wing. Ran into the check of Beck. Centered it, but right to Ruotsalainen. Now to Hedberg. Anders Hedberg missed Pavlich again. Kenny Morrow slapped the puck off the boards. Beck has it at the Ranger blue line. To Pavlich, who has to turn inside that zone. Out to Hedberg too far. Gordy Lane. That bouncing off Ruotsalainen, and Bossy comes in on his off wing. Bossy trying to go around Beck. Turns. Bossy trying to set up his teammates. Got it back to Morrow. His drive. Mio the save, and he has held it for a face-off. Action-packed New York Mets baseball comes your way exclusively on Sports Channel Sunday afternoon, May 1st, 1:30. That's when Mookie Wilson, George Foster, Dave Kingman, and the rest of the Mets host last year's Western Division champion Atlanta Braves. Catch all the excitement live from Shea Stadium exclusively on Sports Channel, the home of the home teams.
Take a look at Mike Bossy. Stops quick and turns. He does it so well. Beck is in pursuit. There's the pass back to Ken Morrow. He spots him open over on the right point. Lets the puck go on the stick of Morrow. His shot stopped by Mio and held on. Caller broke his stick in the exchange. He was checked coming out from the side of the net.
I'm going to throw in the towel on your trivia question. Well, for the life of me, can't come up with another brother combination.
Well, you did very good on the Patricks, and you did very good on the Cooks, but they didn't do it together in 1940. The answer, of course, Lynn and Muzz Patrick, Neil and Mac Colville.
Oh, yeah. Well, I didn't know them personally. So.
Yeah. Well, the Cook brothers were members of the 1933 Cup.
I didn't know them personally either.
I do.
Goring to Tonelli. Back to Persson from the point. His shot hit Vittoric and bounces out to center ice.
Bun Cook. Kingston, Ontario.
Yeah. The Potvin headed up the left side under the reach of John Tonelli. And Laidlaw headed off to this left side. Well, I guess the person that sent in that question gets all kinds of goodies. Nystrom to Goring. Up to Nystrom, who was broken up at the side of the net, cleared by Laidlaw to Johnstone. Johnstone down the right side into center. Lost the handle on it. Now it's cleared. Knocked out of the air by Vittoric. And Potvin dumps it to center. There's Nystrom, unable to catch up with it after having poked it away from Laidlaw. Now it's tied up in the skates of Goring, and there's no further play.
Of course. Thank you, Diane O'Leary of Farmingdale, for supplying tonight's question. You win, of course. All kinds of goodies.
Like what?
She'll receive a subscription of New York Islanders news and a photo of the Stanley Cup autographed by Bob Nystrom. He has a lot of history with the Stanley Cup, only appropriate. She is an Islander Bob Nystrom fan.
Less than 2 minutes to play in the second period. Bourne is out with Brent Sutter and Dwayne Sutter for the Islanders. McClanahan, then Eric Anderson, and now it's tied up in the boards. So they'll face off in the circle to the right. Eddie Mio. Billy Smith hasn't had a whole lot of work again here in the second period.
They have lots of stars here in attendance, Jiggs, besides yourself.
Yeah. There are a lot of stars, but none of them here in the booth.
Well, down in front of us and just to the right, Cheryl Teagues is here. She makes an appearance on occasion here at the Coliseum. I wonder if she's an Islander fan or a Ranger fan. I'll bet a Ranger fan.
I would be inclined to agree. Now, Beck's pass is deflected off Dwayne Sutter's stick. Kenny Morrow with it. Lost it to Anderson. Comes over the line with Fischler. Anderson a drive. That hit Thomas Janssen. Janssen left the puck for Bourne. Rounds the net. Starts up quickly on the right wing side. Out to center ice. Look at this speed. Bourne across the line. Around Rutsalainen. Shoots. He scores! End to end. Bobby Bourne did it all by himself.
Oh. Tell me true. How do you do? He's mobbed by his teammates. An end-to-end rush. You don't see it very often, but you've seen it here on Sports Channel from the other end, behind his own net as he generates speed coming through. You see his strides getting longer and stronger, and with this move, boom, right between the legs. He's in all alone on Mio, and off the goalpost to the right of Mio. And Bob Bourne has put on a one-man show here in the second period with 1 minute and 25 seconds remaining in the second period. Bourne has made it 5-1 on his 5th goal of the season. A beauty.
He has just lived the dream of so many little boys as they grew up.
Well put, Jiggs, and well said. Something that not just little boys, big boys also dream about. An end-to-end rush in the National Hockey League and putting it in. It's worth looking at again. He's through center ice with tremendous speed, and the puck won't cooperate. That makes it even tougher. Moves to his left, pulls it through Rutsalainen's legs. Rutsalainen showing that he's vulnerable, and then it's in behind Eddie Mio. Pretty to watch.
So it is 5-1 Islanders as Bob Bourne has scored for the 5th time in the playoffs this year. Down the left side now comes Hedberg, shot it from the blue line. Smith went down to make the save, and Bossy picks up the rebound. A rare shot for the Rangers in this game. Haller on the left side with less than a minute remaining in the period. Got pass to Merrick at the blue line. Shot it wide of Eddie Mio, who will be picked up by Rutsalainen. Rutsalainen To McClanahan, off his stick to Hedberg. He cuts in quickly, shoots in, went over the glass and into the crowd. Potvin got a piece of his band, just enough to make sure that the shot wasn't where Hedberg wanted it to be.
Quick break by the by the Rangers, Jiggs, as they go between, right up the center of the ice. Here's Hedberg, gets in behind Pearson. He's generating speed there. Potvin got just enough of him, pulled him off stride. He got the shot away, but it was up into the seats, off the arm of Billy Smith. Face-off is in the Islanders' end, just to the right of Bill Smith. Anders Hedberg, showing he has speed also.
Eric had gone to the Islander bench. Al Arbor has sent him back out as the second center. Butch Goring. Now Goring will take the face-off. Merrick will move back to the left side. Nystrom on the right. Fatorik on the draw. Goring got the puck to Morrow. Morrow played it off the boards. Nystrom unable to move it out of his own zone in the first effort after running into Laidlaw. Johnstone moves over. Laidlaw got a handle on the puck and his shot hit Gordy Lay. Fatorik and Morrow bumping in the corner. Over comes Goring as Laidlaw has pried it off the boards. Around it goes to Lennon and put it in front. Fatorik to the backhand. He scores! Robbie Fatorik, with 20 seconds left in the second period, has cut it to a 5-2 Islander lead.
He's helped the cause of his team. If they're going to get anything going, now is the time. And the first time in the hockey game, the Rangers have out-hustled the Islanders along the boards. There's the pass in front. Fatorik gets away from Butch Goring and easily puts it into the net. Bill Smith was guarding the far post when Fatorik surprised him in front of the net with the puck and slid it in. His first playoff goal of the season has made it 5-2.
And number 2, Tom Laidlaw.
Lennon and Laidlaw on the assist, and here's Nystrom cutting in, shoots. Oh, Mio robbed him. Eddie Mio, a super save, and Goring trying to come out of the corner is checked. No further play. 2 seconds left in the period as McPhee covered up on the puck.
He wanted it bad. He didn't get it. Bob Nystrom in all alone on Eddie Mio, and as he has done so many times in this hockey game already, he's taken another one away from the New York Islanders. Nice stop by Eddie Mio. He's going to sue his team for non-support. The Rangers had just scored Fatorik from Lennon and Laidlaw, and the Islanders break away. Nystrom in all alone from the blue line, and Mio beat him.
Right from the face-off, Brent Sutter shot it wide, and there is the horn, ending a second period that is dominated by the New York Islanders. They outscored the Rangers 4-1 in the period. There is only one penalty called, and the Rangers head for the dressing room with a 3-goal deficit to make up. At the end of 2, our score is the Islanders 5, the Rangers 2. We'll be back with a recap following these messages.
Last one packed by the Michelob Light, okay?
You heard her. Come on.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Would anybody really race like this for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light. The rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Your horse never ran like that before.
He knows my favorite beer when he hears it.
Michelob Light.
While most air freight companies spend the day on the ground, racing to pick up small packages so they can deliver them overnight, someone is already delivering them the same day. Eastern Airlines. Eastern Sprint service guarantees you small package delivery to over 90 cities the same day, or you don't pay. The guys who fly by night can't do that. Eastern Sprint, when it definitely, unquestionably has to be there today.
You're driving half a car.
To prove Haviland Supreme gives cars engine protection up front.
I know, but...
Well, you should know. It delivered proven protection in punishing state trooper testing.
Yeah, but...
Where's the rest of my car?
Yeah.
Here it comes. To prove Texaco's Haviland Supreme delivered improved mileage, too. Upfront protection backed by improved mileage. That's Haviland Supreme.
Buy 5 quarts of any Haviland and get a $1.50 rebate check from Indy star Tom Sneva. Details at participating independent Texaco retailers and stores.
Two periods of Game 5 have been written into the record book, and the Islanders lead the New York Rangers by a score of 5-2. Shots on goal in the middle period by the Islanders 14 for a two-period total of 35 shots at Eddie Mio. The Rangers managed only 4 after having 5 in the opening period. A total of 9. What a discrepancy there with the Islanders with a 5-2 lead. And here's the way the second period went with the game tied 1-1. Mike Bossy got his third goal of this series, a power play goal from Potvin and Trottier at 4:01. And Gordy Lane moved in deep after Mio had made several good saves. Lane got a rebound, his first playoff goal coming at 9:30. Assist to Brent Sutter and Bourne. Wayne Sutter was to get his 5th of the playoffs from Bourne and Brent Sutter at 11:42. And then Bourne on a solo rush. A pretty thing to watch, his 5th playoff goal. And the Islanders were flying up 5-1. Janssen got the only assist on that goal late in the period. But the Rangers were to come back a minute and 5 seconds later when Laidlaw and Lennon managed to get it out of the corner. Laidlaw to Lennon and then to Fatorik on a backhander. His first playoff goal this year and only his 3rd game. And that's the way it stands, 5-2. But the goal by Bob Bourne was one of those all-time classics. That has to go into any highlights film, not only of the playoffs, but of the entire season.
No question, Jiggs. I think that one will live in the minds of a lot of us for a long time. It's not often you see someone with that kind of speed, that kind of grace, be able to just manage the puck through center ice all the way into the other end and put it in the net so cleanly. No one touched he or the puck, and the puck didn't want to cooperate. That's what made it as tough as it was. But again, Mio, 14 shots in the second period. You know, you can't take anything for granted, though. When you think back to Game 3 at Madison Square Garden, the Rangers scored 5 unanswered goals after the score was tied by Bourne at 2 apiece. So then, you know, you think about them leading 7-2 and Islanders coming back with 4 unanswered goals. So anything could happen in the game. I kind of doubt if here in this building and the Islanders with a stranglehold on 5-2, important that they start the next period thinking about the fact that they did let up a little bit and Fatorik scored on them. So the ability to score is still within the Rangers' firepower.
You know, that's running through their minds down in that dressing room right now. Don't forget Sunday night in the 3rd period. But after 2 here at the Nassau Coliseum, our score once again is the Islanders 5 and the Rangers 2. We'll be back with more as our intermission continues following these messages.
Sometimes it's reassuring to know your car will perform well. That's why stunt driver Buzz Bundy relies on Mobil detergent gasoline. After all, a clean carburetor performs better. It's as simple as that. Mobil detergent gasoline. For your everyday driving needs.
Before Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Before Secretariat won the Triple Crown. Before Pleasant Colony won the Derby. They all ran in the Wood. The $150,000 Wood Memorial. New York's first major stakes race. Featuring America's most promising 3-year-olds. This year, this time, this Saturday, be there at the beginning. At the race where legends are born.
From imagination and engineering comes a whole new generation of Zenith System 3 television. The sharpest picture Zenith has ever created. Remote control convenience that puts over 100 broadcast and cable channel capability at your fingertips. And handsome new contemporary cabinet designs. New Zenith System 3. Part of the new generation from Zenith, where the quality goes in before the name goes on.
You're looking at the best. You're looking at SportsChannel. That was for you, SportsChannel.
SportsChannel, the home of the home teams.
Here at the Nassau Coliseum, we're at the end of the second period with the New York Islanders leading the Rangers 5-2 in a series that is even at 2 games each. Now let's go to the Byrne Meadowlands Arena. We'll join Steve Albert and Bill Raftery and get an update on Sports Channel's other event, the New Jersey Nets New York Knicks playoff game. Steve, what have you got?
Williams plows in, the follow by Jaminski. The story here, 5:55 left in the 4th. It's the Knicks 101, the Nets 91. Nick Bull, Rory Sparrow, rolling around Darwin Cook. Webster now. Truck Robinson digs in. The pitch off to Webster, and he's hammered as Buck Williams hits the deck. That's his fourth.
Body contact. Buck ends up on the floor. Jaminsky alertly following, but the Nets are struggling. They're trying to do some things at the guard spot now, but ending up with the easy pass off, either the goal or the free throw.
Marvin Webster, his first visit, 59% during the regular season. Just got word that Darryl Dawkins has to sustain stitches in the mouth. Got a wrap on the face a couple of minutes ago here in the fourth quarter. 103-91, Knicks by 12, 5.5 remaining in the fourth. Albert King, jump ball. He was tied up by Grunfeld.
I don't know how Albert escaped with the ball. Ernie Grunfeld, strong-looking individual.
Barrel-chested Ernie Grunfeld. They're both at 6'6". Albert King, Ernie Grunfeld. Jack Batten flips. And the Nets control. Here's Richardson. Around the horn to Albert King. He can't stick it tonight as Grunfeld works hard, and the foul, loose ball on the Nets.
Jaminsky with the shove. You know, you think of Sugar Ray Richardson, Otis Birdsong, and Albert King having quiet evenings. You can see why the Nets are down.
All right, Bill, for those of you watching the Islander Ranger game, let's return you to the Nassau Coliseum.
All right, Steve, thanks for the update. Here at the Coliseum, the Islanders are leading the Rangers by a score of 5-2. We still have 20 minutes left in regulation time. Eddie Westfall will have a look at the second period highlights when we return following these messages.
$5,000 on the lot.
Terry, I'm hungry.
Rolling, big guy.
Terry, I'm starving.
Look, I got $5,000 on the line. The point is 4. I got $10,000 behind the line. I bought the 4 for $5,000. Now, who makes the 4? It's a $55,000 bet. So, for 10 seconds, could you be on a diet? Shoot. Hey, big guy. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What do you want? Oh. You got it. All right. What I tell you? Now stuff your face.
The Golden Nugget Hotel Casino in Atlantic City. Shooter's paradise.
Where does Foots Walker kick up his heels?
Sports Channel.
Sports Channel, the home of the home teams.
With the score of the Islanders 5, the Rangers 2, we go to the second period action. In the first period, Trache and Ruotsalainen scored to make it 1-1. Let's go to the second period highlights. Dennis Potvin at the point. Pavlich on his way out stops. The shot hit Mike Bossy on the inside of the left leg, and from there he wrapped it in. Had lots of room, and he beat Mio with that quick shot. Bossy getting his 6th goal of the playoffs from Potvin and Trache. It was a power play goal. Ruotsalainen was in the box for hooking at 2:07. At 4:01, Bossy made the score, 2-1 Islanders. 9:30 action around the net. Ed Mio, who faced 14 shots in the second period. Here's one here, a tester off the backhand by Bourne. He could not handle it. Another tester from Dwayne Sutter, and the puck is loose. Bourne wrestles for it. The puck goes to Gord Lane. He came in quickly and smartly from his right point position. And Gordy Lane, with Brent Sutter and Bourne assisting, at 9:30 made it 3-1 Islanders with his first goal of the playoffs. The Islanders continued to press, getting numerous chances throughout the period. Let's go to 11:42. Dwayne, Brent, and Bob, the Sutters, and Bourne. What a job they did. There's the backhand shot by Bourne in front, deflected by Dwayne Sutter. Mio got a piece of it, but as you can see, he did not get enough, and it was in the net. A happy Dwayne Sutter. Bourne and Brent Sutter assisting. That was at 11:42, making it 4-1 New York Islanders. And then the play of the hockey game, the offensive move of the game by Bourne as he generates behind the net, picking up speed, forcing the skates, looking up. The puck is bouncing and rolling, and then he goes to the side of Reijo Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen went for the puck, made the mistake. Beck couldn't get to Bourne before he put it inside the right goal post. Thomas Johnson assisted at 18:35, and the Islanders had gone ahead 5-1. Bourne getting his 5th goal of the playoffs. A happy guy. 1940, the period isn't over yet. The Rangers show that they do not give up. They do not give up easily. They do not give up at all. Along the boards, Laidlaw, number 2. Butch Goring. Fatorik is in there. Ken Morrow comes in. The Rangers control the puck behind the net. There's the pass by Lennon, and Robbie Fatorik gets his first goal of the playoffs. 1940, Laidlaw also assisted on the goal, making it 5-2. We'll be back for the start of the 3rd period in just a moment. You're watching New York Islanders hockey on Sports Channel.
Last one back by the Michelob Light, okay?
You heard her. Come on.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Would anybody really race like this for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light. The rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Your horse never ran like that before.
He knows my favorite beer when he hears it.
Michelob Light.
Tough Chevy trucks are taking charge with the all-new S10 Maxi Cab. Ford Ranger and Toyota don't even have one. Taking charge with available seating for 4. Compared to Datsun's extended cab, Maxi Cab has up to 40% more load space. S10 Maxi Cab from America's truck sales leader. Tough Chevy trucks are taking charge. Now, get new low 9.9% financing on new S10 pickups. Hurry, see your participating Chevy dealer now.
For everybody who's been making do, I'm doing without. The Bank of New York introduces the Goodbye Loan.
Goodbye, old clunker.
Besides auto loans,
Bye, Dockside Blues.
we've got boat loans to help you sail away from it all. And home improvement loans, all at some of the lowest rates around.
Goodbye, old paint.
So say goodbye to just getting by with a Goodbye Loan, only from the Bank of New York.
Some of our guests receive a gift from Deutsch Jewelers with locations in the Mid-Island Shopping Plaza, the Queen Center, and in Manhattan at Lexington Avenue and 56th Street. Deutsch Jewelers offers a quality selection and excellent service, along with great savings on all your jewelry needs.
Teams are back on the ice getting ready for the 3rd period here at the Nassau Coliseum. Teams are back on the ice getting ready for the 3rd period here at the Nassau Coliseum. I'm Jiggs McDonald with Ed Westfall. You see the score, 5-2 Islanders. Let's quickly check the other scores.
8-0, 3rd period. Middleton 2, Peterson 2, Krushelinski, Bruce Crowder, Kluzak, and Casper has scored a shorthanded goal. Chicago leading 3-0 now over Minnesota. Savard, Wilson, and Peterson. Peterson had a shorthanded goal in that one. Calgary trailing 2-0, 1st period score. Edmonton trying to eliminate them.
The Islanders just cleared the puck out of their own zone. Duguay shot it right back in again, and Billy Smith has left it for Persson. Persson is out on defense along with Potvin, Merrick, Nystrom, and Tonelli, the Islander forwards. Rangers, who scored late in the 2nd period, trying to get one early here. Ruotsalainen checked on the boards by Tonelli. He is cleared at the center. Duguay comes back over to Beck. Nystrom moves in on him. Beck works it off the boards out to center ice in and out of the skates of Brian Lewis. And Persson has shot it back inside the Ranger zone. Beck around to Duguay on the right side. Missed it. Potvin at the left point. Lets one go. Mio kicks out of side. Big rebound to Persson. Comes in off the right wing. Persson turning in front. Shoots in the skates of Tonelli. Merrick jabbed it loose, but right to Duguay. Ron Duguay carries to center ice. Over the Islander line is chased to the boards by Potvin. Managed to get the puck to Backman. Now to Duguay. Checked by Merrick, and he's poked it out over the Islander line. Duguay drops it back on this right side. Kleinendorf Sends McClanahan down the right wing into the Islander zone, trying to walk in around Potvin, goes back to the net. Pearson lined him up and hit him with a shoulder. Mike Bossy takes the puck away from Pavlich. Now the two of them battle for it again. Pavlich got it to McClanahan, to Pavlich. Pavlich at the short side, rounds the net, got in front. Laidlaw teed it up, couldn't get a shot away. And Laidlaw going back to the goal, gave it to McClanahan. Out in front it comes, and all the way back to the Islander line. Hedberg raced back in time. Anders Hedberg works it around the boards. Potvin was there, gave the puck to Keller. He's bumped solidly by McClanahan. Goring in to freeze it. We'll get a face-off with 1:45 gone in this final period. Ryan Trottier did not come back from the Islander dressing room with the team. He has just now returned, along with trainer Ron Waske.
Retaping the knee, probably, Jiggs. It takes a little time to get the equipment off, get the brace off, and get the knee taped up. They have all kinds of support now. Dr. Minkoff overseeing that along with Ron Waske.
5-2, Islanders leading the Rangers. Kleinendorf back into the Ranger zone for the puck, gave it to Fatorik. Off the boards, and again it hit the referee. Brent Sutter is out on the ice with Wayne Sutter and Bob Bourne. Wayne Sutter banked one off the boards into the Ranger zone. Neal lets it go wide. Icing is waved off. A pile up behind the net, and Kleinendorf had it stolen by Bourne. Bourne and Kleinendorf tie up one another. Fatorik starts up. Bobby Fatorik goes up the left wing with a pass out of the reach of Lennon. It's loose back to the net. Lennon poked it away from Johnstone. It went to Bourne, now to Brent Sutter. Wayne Sutter moves up with him, 2-on-2. Bourne makes it 3-on-2. Takes the pass on the left wing. Can't get in around Chartrand. Bourne is bumped back of the goal. Out in front to Brent Sutter. He shoots, he scores! Brent Sutter.
When you're hot, you're hot. And they sizzle. Brent Sutter, Dwayne Sutter, and Bob Bourne. There's the clash behind the net. 5 players all around, and the only one left unprotected is Brent Sutter. And he slips one in past Eddie Mio early in the third period. His third goal of the playoffs has made it 6-2 Islanders.
Bob Bourne will get an assist on that goal. Gives him a goal and 3 assists here tonight. Wayne Sutter an assist as well. The goal at 2:32. That line sizzles, as you say. Here's Ken-Eric Anderson shooting it wide of Billy Smith. Beck around the boards to Duguay into the corner for Greshner. Put it out in front. Comes back to the right point. Chartrand checked there by Bossy. Bossy flips it over to right wing for Greg Gilbert. He and Carroll come over center ice. Greg Gilbert holding on to the puck, trying to get in around Chartrand. Was bumped. Bossy gets a stick on it. Bossy puts it out in front. Carroll can't knock it away from Duguay. Anderson brings it back over the center ice stripe around Gordy Lane. Anderson into the Islander zone, bumped by Pearson, and the puck went loose for Greshner. He's checked by Billy Carroll. Pavlich unable to pull it off the boards. There's Lane. Greshner right on top of him, and Lane elects to freeze it for a face-off. We have 16.5 minutes remaining in regulation time. There's a break in the action with the score. The Islanders 6, the Rangers 2.
Hi, I'm Jerry Deutsch, and I'd like to tell you about Deutsch Jewelers. At Deutsch Jewelers, we offer quality merchandise and personal service at unbeatable prices. Deutsch Jewelers features a wide selection of Pulsar watches. Pulsar, known for style and dependability.
You look at the forehead of John D'Amico. The suture's still there. He's going to have them removed after the game. And that I offered to do for him. He declined. Johnson trying to hit Tonelli. And on and off the stick of Bill Baker. And up comes Wayne Merrick across the line with a drive. Neal the save. Merrick, Nystrom, and Tonelli, the Islander forwards. We watch the Rangers move into center ice. Ruotsalainen across the line to Hedberg. Hedberg tried to step inside. Thomas Johnson was checked. And Merrick has cleared it down into the Ranger end of the ice. This will be called back for icing. 16 minutes and 1 second left in regulation time. I remind you again that tickets for The last 2 rounds of the Stanley Cup playoffs will go on sale to the general public Saturday morning at 10:30, only at the Nassau Coliseum. Over-the-counter sale Saturday, 10:30, here at the Coliseum.
Through the first 2 periods, Jiggs, the Rangers had 5 of 9 shots by defensemen. Ruotsalainen had 4, Beck 1. The Islanders had 12 shots by defensemen of 35, and Dwayne Sutter leads both teams and everybody in the hockey game with 7 shots so far in the game.
Look out, Bossy has tapped it down into the Rangers zone. It's picked up by Bourne. Can't get around Laidlaw. Lennon chased to the corner by the forechecking of Goring. Lennon up the right side. Bossy came over to break up the play. Petore got a stick on it, brings it into the Islanders zone. Was checked there as Potvin ran over top of him, and the Islanders have cleared it back inside the Rangers zone. Kleinendorf to Johnstone. He was checked by Goring. Kleinendorf a little slow going back, but managed to get it to Lennon. To Petore, left side to Johnstone. Comes over the line, working on Lane. Johnstone a drive off Lane's stick. And nearly into orbit.
That one's out in the beer counter, out in the lobby, Jiggs. It went right up through and down the exit. It went right out into the far lobby. And while we're looking for the puck out there, a couple of penalties are being called. Eddie Johnstone of the Rangers and Gord Lane of the Islanders. Lewis, the referee, is waving both players to the penalty box. One is going to be for slashing. I'm not sure of the other.
They're called at 4:41 of this final period. They had only 1 penalty in the second period. 3 of them in the first, 2 against the Rangers. Slashing penalties against each player.
Gordy Lane, he scored his 3rd playoff goal, his career playoff goal, in the second period.
If the game were to end at 6-2, any difference of 2 Ranger goals, that would stand as the winning goal. Ruotsalainen off the right point. Smith got a piece of that, and it bounces to the right side. It also hit Thomas Janssen, and he is lifting again. Bourne across to Janssen. He and Duguay collide. Thomas Janssen lost it. Ruotsalainen shot. Smith the save. Morrill poked the rebound ahead for Bob Bourne. Bourne out into center ice. Shot it around the boards in the Ranger zone. Then he gets a rest as Greg Gilbert comes out to replace him. Billy Carroll in forechecking for the Islanders. We watch Ruotsalainen. He mishandled the puck. It was off the skate of Pavlich. Beck gets it from Ruotsalainen. Gives it right back to the Finnish defenseman into center ice to Hedberg. Up left wing to Pavlich. Works on Morrill. The drive off the crossbar. Hit the bar right where it joins with the post to the right of Billy Smith. They try to shovel it in on the short side, and it's grabbed by Smith. Neat play by Hedberg coming back to the Islander goal, 18.
The Rangers haven't stopped, Jiggs. You have to give them credit. 6-2, they're behind. 4 goals. They'll need 5 to win, but they keep plugging away. Smith making some saves. One a moment ago off Ruotsalainen, and then that one rung off the goal post in the crossbar as the Rangers keep picking away, trying to get something to get going. They are going. I shouldn't say to get going. They are going, and the reason they're going, they've got something. They've got pride.
Now Hedberg and Brent Sutter on the draw. The puck picked up by Persson as Brent Sutter had tied up Hedberg. Persson to Potvin. Potvin plays it up right wing, just out of the reach of Brent Sutter. Baker back to the Rangers, now to Hedberg. Hedberg tries the right side. This is Kleinendorf. Gave it to McClanahan. Can't cut in. Potvin caught him with a stick, and he'll go off for hooking. Eddie Potvin will set up a Ranger power play here. 44 seconds left in the penalties to Johnstone and Lane.
Rangers 0 for 1 in the hockey game on the power play so far. Potvin goes to the penalty box, a hooking penalty. The speed of Rob McClanahan forces Dennis Potvin to pull him down. There's Potvin as he gets the hook on him. Actually, Stefan Persson was in a good position to ride him out of the play and take the puck, as he ended up doing. But Potvin in front of Persson draws a hooking penalty. 3rd penalty of the 3rd period. Johnstone and Lane dual penalties for slashing back at 4:41.
Goring is the lone Islander forward. Morrow and Janssen on defense. Hedberg, Pavlich. Baker and Rutsalainen for the Rangers. This is Bill Baker. Baker to the left side. Morrow poked it away from Pavlich and has dumped it down into the Ranger end of the ice. Rutsalainen winds up back of the net. This youngster can fly. Comes over the center ice stripe with a pass to the left wing for Hedberg. Morrow had him lined up. Hedberg's pass gobbled up by Goring, but he couldn't clear it out. Now the Rangers give the Islanders a favor as Pavlich missed his man at the blue line, and the Rangers go all the way back. Rutsalainen turns. 6-2. The Islanders lead it. Rutsalainen up the right side to Baker. Shot it in off Thomas Johnson, and Billy Smith has cleared it. Not out. Here's Pavlich. Lane and Johnstone get out of the penalty boxes. Billy Carroll dumps it off the boards down into the Ranger zone with 1 minute and 7 seconds left now in the penalty to Potvin. The Rangers on a power play. Johnstone took Baker's pass, left it for Pavlich to Johnstone, dumps it to the right of Billy Smith, and there's Morrow. Morrow being bothered by Lennon, got away from the check and has dumped the puck back inside the Ranger blue line. Leinendorst with it. Merrill and Bourne into forecheck for the New York Islanders. Leinendorst waiting for Beck to come back. Laid it up the middle instead to Ron Greshner. Greshner over the center ice stripe into the Islanders zone. Chased to the corner by Thomas Johnson. The puck came loose. Boyle knocks it away from Johnstone. Carroll and Lennon in pursuit of it. Eddie Johnstone off the boards. Back to Beck from the blue line. Smith the stick save. And Bourne backhands it. Not out. Johnstone tees him up. What a job by Billy Carroll to knock him off the puck. Harry Beck from the left point. Centers. It's tipped behind Smith, but under the pads. And Billy Smith holds on with 13 seconds remaining in the Ranger power play.
To be a champion, you have to sacrifice. Billy Carroll sacrifices for his team. He also is smart. You see the rub in the head from Stefan Persson. Billy Carroll outstanding defensively, as is Thomas Johnson. He's wrestling with Greshner. Carroll comes in behind, makes the check. He had to leave his position to go in and help his teammates. They're a man short at the time with Potvin serving the rest of his hooking penalty. There's the stop by Billy Smith as he looks behind, trying to grapple the puck. Eddie Johnstone, just as he goes to shoot the puck, Billy Carroll moved in and knocked him off it.
Goring unable to tie up his man. Duguay at the side of the net, slapped it off Smith. Oh, what a stop pass! Billy Smith just robbed Laidlaw. Chartrand's shot went wide. Smith without a stick. Potvin is back on. The puck tied up in the corner to the left of the Islander goal. Comes loose and now is frozen for a face-off. There's a break in the action with 11:56 remaining to play. The score, the Islanders 6 and the Rangers 2.
Hi, I'm Jerry Deutsch, and I'd like to tell you about Deutsch Jewelers. At Deutsch Jewelers, we offer quality merchandise and personal service at unbeatable prices. Deutsch Jewelers features a wide selection of Pulsar watches. Pulsar, known for style and dependability, always a beat beyond. Come to New York's #1 jeweler in Hicksville, Queens, and Manhattan.
The Rangers have it in Eddie Mio. The Islanders have it in Billy Smith. What a save by Smith off number 2. Laidlaw from point-blank range. Laidlaw whacked a backhander. Smith showing good reflexes, made the save.
Shot by Laidlaw went over top of the Islander goal. The Rangers' McPhee puts it out in front. They bang at it and it just went wide as Backman missed an empty net. Mike Backman out of the corner. Merrick got a piece of him. Lane tumbles over top of Merrick. The puck went loose. Wayne Merrick around to Potvin, but they're calling it a hand pass against the Islanders to get that play started, so they'll face off to the right of the net.
Smart play by Lane, Jiggs. He'd broken his stick. He falls down, puts his hand on the puck. He knows he's going to get a penalty if he holds it. So what's he do? He slides it to one of his own teammates. He knows then, of course, that the play has to be whistled dead, which it was by the referee Lewis, stopping it so he can get another stick.
He got the stick and then went to the players' bench as Al Arbor has sent out Morrow and Janssen. We have not seen Mike McEwen in this game. He is dressed, but sitting at the end of the players' bench. Has not had a shift that I recall. The Islanders still without the services of Langevin. We just watched Beck drill one wide of the net, and Tonelli cleared it to the line. Not out, however. Lennon tried to come up the middle, couldn't do it, and the puck has been cleared to center ice. Rutsalainen over to Beck. Beck's pass hit Merrick, comes out to center ice. There's Nystrom. Beck still has Merrick tied up back in the Rangers zone. Now they separate, and the Rangers control the puck. Anderson to Lennon to Fatorik. Ran into Kenny Morrow, and over comes Wayne Merrick. We have 11 minutes to play in regulation time. Tonelli to Morrow. Right side to Nystrom. Tips it into the Rangers zone, and Mio moves out of the net. Lets the puck go for Ruotsalainen up the wing, held in by Johnson. Thomas Johnson's pass broken up. The Rangers fail to clear it out. Here's Wayne Merrick. Merrick trying to step around Beck, put it out in front. Tonelli in a wrestling match for it. Took a shot at Fatorik. The Rangers pick up the loose puck. Lennon comes over center ice. Mikko Lennon flips it into the Islanders zone. Back goes Thomas Johnson. Johnson fires it off the boards. Away from Laidlaw. They ruled that he could have played it, so there's no icing here. Kleinendorf back with Laidlaw. It's Kleinendorf controlling the puck with a pass to the left side. McClanahan to Pavlich comes flying over the Islander line. And backhanders turned aside by Billy Smith. Hedberg and Nystrom go to the right wing boards. Brent Sutter unable to pick it up. The puck still loose. McClanahan out of the far corner. Tied up now by Pearson. Hedberg moves in with Brent Sutter. And they'll freeze it for a face-off in the circle to the right of Billy Smith. Both teams are going to make some changes here. Well, only Dwayne Sutter coming out for the Islanders. Now Gilbert is replaced and Bob Bourne comes out, so that line is intact. The two Sutters and Bourne.
Close-up look at Rob McClanahan from St. Paul, Minnesota. 25-year-old. Played on the course on the U.S. Olympic team, as many of the Rangers now have. Third pick by Buffalo. Ended up with the Rangers. 9-0 final score. Boston defeats Buffalo. Hard to figure, isn't it?
It really is. Now that series goes back to Buffalo for a game on Friday night. It could be curtains on the season for the Sabres if they don't win. Drive from the face-off. Smith the save. The rebound hit the post. McClanahan had a crack at the rebound after Kleinendorf had banked it off the goalpost, and it ends up in the Rangers zone. Islanders are called for having iced the puck. And now just a little less than 10 minutes to play in regulation.
Still a good tempo in the hockey game, Jiggs. The Rangers have held the puck in the Islanders' end for quite some time. Look at the save there. Billy Smith, rebound off the goalpost. Bill Smith looks back, thinking the puck may be in the net. It had hit the post and gone to the corner of the rink.
Goring to take this face-off against Pavlich, and the draw went to Smith, who fed it off to Pearson. Up the middle it goes to Goring. To Brent Sutter on the right side. 2-on-1 with Kleinendorf. Pavlich got back. Goring has the puck. Butch Goring circles, gave it to Potvin. Moves in with a drive. He scores!
They'll all bite you if you give them an opportunity. The Rangers not covering on the late man, and it's Dennis Potvin. His wrist shot gets by the catching mitt of Eddie Mio. The only questionable goal in the hockey game, one that Mio may have gotten, but Potvin shot it below the catching mitt. It's 7-2 now. The Islanders go way ahead by 5 on that shot by Dennis Potvin. It was right at the mid-height, at the kind of shot that goaltenders generally pick off. Not to be this time. Eddie Mio, who faced 35 shots in the first 2 periods, showing some of the wear and tear.
Goring and Brent Sutter get assists on Potvin's 4th goal of the playoffs, coming at the 10:20 mark. Some debris on the ice being scraped up by the 2 linesmen. So they have 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. The Islanders with a 5-goal lead. The Rangers have scored only 3 goals in the series here at the Nassau Coliseum. They were shut out, held to only 1 goal in the first game, had only 9 shots through the first 2 periods of tonight's game. But as you say, the tempo has been there. They just have been cut off at the point at which you expect them to shoot the puck.
Here in the 3rd period, Jiggs, they've made a valiant attempt to get back into the hockey game, and Billy Smith has closed the door on them, like Mio in the early part of the hockey game on the Islanders.
Potvin failed to clear it. Duguay shot it off the arm of Billy Smith. He just stuck the left arm up in the air, made contact with the puck. Now McPhee around the boards. Backman can't get there. Potvin to the line, held in. Ruotsalainen shot is tipped and just wide as McPhee was set up in front of the net. McPhee ridden into the boards by Pearson's check. Dwayne Sutter, Pearson, now some shoving and pushing. Dwayne Sutter and Duguay with the arms wrapped around one another. Duguay working Sutter over with the right hand. Dwayne doing likewise in the back of Dugay's head. So the linesman and the referee wave everybody else to neutral areas of the ice.
The temptation is great to grab onto the locks, but it's a gross misconduct penalty.
And as they tumble to the ice, in come the linesmen to pull them apart. So some penalties coming up, and a break in the action as well. With 9 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in the third period, our score is the Islanders 7 and the Rangers 2.
Hi, I'm Steve Wynn, and I run this place, the Golden Nugget. When I was a kid, I dreamed of growing up and having the most beautiful hotel casino in the world. This is the Golden Nugget of Atlantic City. It has everything. The penthouses in this hotel.
Which way is the showroom? That way. You're all right, baby.
And Frank Sinatra, too.
The Golden Nugget in Atlantic City.
Getting the announcement on these penalties. Duguay gets 2 for roughing and a 5-minute major for fighting. Wayne Sutter draws only a 5-minute major for fighting, so the Islanders will have a man advantage coming up.
Do you know that in the playoffs so far this year, that's the first major penalty for the Islanders?
Is it really? There is nothing in that Washington series?
No fighting majors in the Washington series, unless my man Stu here is leading me astray. I don't remember a fighting penalty in the Washington series.
I don't either. The Nets in the next playoff action will have a tape delay from the Byrne Meadowlands Arena immediately following this game on Sports Channel. We have a final score coming up. When we get it, we'll let you know, and you can turn away from the screen. We won't give it to you. Well, turn your heads now if you don't want to know what the Knicks and the Nets did tonight. Game 1 of that mini-series. We'll have a tape delay on Sports Channel. You're watching the Islanders and the Rangers right now. And the game is over, and here the Islanders are leading 7-2. They're playing 6 against 5. Johnson to McEwen. McEwen over to Goring, into the center ice zone. Goring crosses the line with a pass to Bossy. Now to McEwen, who's up for the first time, and his shot went off the skate. Bossy picks it up. Gave it to Johnson. Thomas Johnson to Mike Bossy. Bossy centers one. Goring had a crack at it, couldn't make contact, however, and the Rangers have cleared it. 30 seconds gone, and the minor penalty against Duguay. Thomas Johnson to Goring into center ice. Butch Goring crosses the Ranger line, had Caller with him. Caller couldn't get there in time, and Laidlaw carries it around behind the net. Off the boards it goes, held in by Johnson to Bossy. Bossy over to Caller, back to the left point. Here's McEwen moving in with a drive. It missed on the left side. Thomas Johnson to Goring, now to Bossy. Back to Goring, off his stick to Johnson at the blue line. Islanders passing it around with authority. Here's Bossy. Bossy across to McEwen. Steps in, takes the shot, holds on to the puck, backs up a little, gave it to Caller. Now to McEwen. McEwen into Anders Caller. Caller trying to cut in front of the net. Put it right through the goal mouth. It comes off the boards for Thomas Johnson. Half a minute to go on this power play. Into the corner to Caller. Now to Bossy. Bossy to Goring, put it out in front. Caller went to the backhand, fed it back instead to Bossy, to McEwen. He shoots. That was blocked at the defense as Laidlaw went down, sacrificing himself on that drive. Thomas Johnson starts down the left side. Into the Ranger zone with a drop pass. It came off the boards. Johnson was knocked down. Beck and Merrick collide. The puck went around to McClanahan, who clears it away from Potvin in the length of the ice. 6 seconds remaining in the minor penalty to Duguay as Smith set it away from the side of the net to Potvin. To Nystrom. The teams are at 6 aside again. Nystrom sends Merrick over the blue line. Wayne Merrick in front to Nystrom. That hit Chartron. The Rangers clear it to the right side for Johnstone. Johnstone to McPhee. George McPhee's long shot is wide of Billy Smith. Took it off the boards and left it for Persson. Stephen Persson out of Potvin. Eddie Potvin to Merrick. Right side to Nystrom. Bobby Nystrom at center ice. Crosses the Ranger line. Gave the puck to Tonelli, who shot it way wide of the net. Back for it is Eddie Johnstone. He's chased behind the goal by Merrick. Played to the far corner. There's Vittoric. Turns inside the check of John Tonelli and tries the right side for Johnstone. Eddie Johnstone's pass was deflected. Merrick stepped in front of McPhee. Chartrand gets into the Islander zone. It's cleared out of there by Merrick. Vittoric with it at center ice. Vittoric gave it to Baker. Baker shot it to the Islander line. Knocked down by Tonelli. A pass to Brent Sutter. Cuts to the right wing over the Ranger line. Works on Baker with a drive. That went way wide of the net. Comes bouncing off the boards and all the way down into the Islander zone where McEwen will pick it up. Mike McEwen checks out his options, tries a long pass to Bourne on right wing, comes over the line. Bourne can't get around Kleinendorf. Mio out of the net, fed it to the left side. McClanahan is checked, a bouncing puck. Ruotsalainen failed to clear it out. Brent Sutter trying to get around Ruotsalainen, fed it to Bourne. Bourne comes off the boards with a pass to McEwen. His shot to a screen was deflected. Mio works it to the right wing. Brent Sutter will pick it up there. Brent Sutter across to Bourne. Bob Bourne's drive. Mio got a piece of it. A loose puck in the Ranger defense, able to clear it in time. There's McClanahan. McClanahan to Kleinendorf. Up the right side, overled Pavlich. McEwen knocks it away from him, gave it to Brent Sutter. Sutter shoots it into the Ranger zone. The Islanders go for a player change, and they hear the applause from this capacity crowd at the Nassau Coliseum. They lead it 7-2. Rangers into the Islander zone. Offside is called. We get a break in the action. 5:04 left to play in the score. The Islanders 7 and the Rangers 2.
Now get a financing rate breakthrough on new Chevrolets. Now 9.9% financing. New lower financing on Chevy Chevette. Lower on Chevy Citation. Lower on Chevy Cavalier. Lower on Chevy S10 pickups. But hurry, limited time only. See your participating Chevy dealer now. See just how low your monthly payments can be with new low 9.9% financing. Chevrolet is taking charge.
Well, words, pictures, descriptions. There you are. Eat 'em up, Islanders. A pack aisle. Something going on at the penalty box. Duguay's in there, obviously. There's a lot of people over talking to him.
The regular commentary on the lack of the shot clock at the Coliseum has taken a different approach tonight. They're interrupting the shot clock banner for the special news bulletin. They're now forming a Bruce Hood fan club. The commentary on Game 3 of this series. The Islanders up 7-2 with less than 5 minutes to play. They'll go to the Garden with an opportunity to wrap up the series on Friday night. Will the 7th game be necessary? We'll have it for you on SportsChannel Sunday evening, beginning with the pregame at 6:30. Anders Kaller walks in, shoots Mio the save, and he holds on. 7 different Islanders have scored tonight. Kaller has not been one of them.
He had to hurry the shot, Jiggs, but he got it away. It was right at Mio. Look at the pass by Backman, attempted to Beck, stolen by Kaller. There's the shot right into the midsection of Mio.
Oh my, at Edmonton. See what the Oilers are doing to the Calgary Flames. It appears it'll be Edmonton and Chicago to decide the Campbell Conference Championship.
Chicago could be tough for Edmonton, Jiggs. They've got the goaltending. They've got the defense. They're a stingy hockey team.
The Islanders hope to face either Buffalo or Boston for the Prince of Wales Conference. Hand pass being called against the New York Islanders. They'll face off outside the Ranger blue line.
Edmonton's 5 goals. Paul Coffey, fine defenseman, has 2. Lintzman, Gregg, and Hughes all scoring for Edmonton.
You look at Herb Brooks. His team down by 5 goals. They control the puck in their own zone. Cleared it to center ice. There's Gordy Lane. Across to Johnson. Left side for Tonelli. Sends Merrick over the blue line. Wayne Merrick shot. Good pad save by Mio. And here comes Vittoric. Bobby Vittoric sends McPhee down the right side into the Islander zone. McPhee across to Johnstone. To McPhee. His shot steered aside by Billy Smith. And Tonelli picks it up. John Tonelli to Gordy Lane. Lane, and he hears it from the crowd as he lets one go. It went bouncing off the defense. Picked up by Merrick. Merrick unable to center it. There's Johnstone at the right wing boards. It comes to McPhee. McPhee across the Islander line, put on the brakes, worked it to the corner. Fatorik can't get a stick on it as Jansson's with him up. And there's Merrick for Lane. Now to Nystrom too far. It's held in by Kleinendorf. Kleinendorf to McPhee. His shot went wide of the Islander goal. Lane is knocked down in front by Johnstone as Tonelli picks up the puck. Tonelli trying to round the goal. Left it. Thomas Jansson pulled from behind by McPhee. Now Merrick got a stick on it. Gave it to Lane. Lane at the center ice strike. Dumps it wide of Mio. Eddie Mio left it back to the goal for Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen just shot it down the ice into the Islanders' zone. This will be called back for icing. We're going to break in the action with 3:06 left to go in the game. And the score, the Islanders 7 and the Rangers 2.
Last one packed by the Michelob Light, okay?
You heard her. Come on.
Would anybody really race like this for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light. The rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Light for the winners.
Your horse never ran like that before.
He knows my favorite beer when he hears it.
Michelob Light.
There's the commentary we referred to earlier. Enough said.
3:07 remaining here in the third period. Hotban and Brent Sutter have scored third period goals to give the Islanders a 7-2 lead. They now enjoy. It was the 4 straight goals in the second period that put the Islanders way behind.
Now Brent Sutter comes out of the far corner with a pass to McEwen. Lets it go from the blue line and went bouncing off a leg and wide of the net. Wayne Sutter to McEwen from the point again. His shot tipped. Mio got in front of it. Greg Gilbert in a battle for it, but the Rangers come up with the puck. And Pavlich is checked by Brent Sutter. Here's Gilbert. Back to McEwen. McEwen out to Brent Sutter. This line, usually with the two Sutters, and Bob Bourne has had another stellar performance. Wayne Sutter to Brent Sutter. Comes over the line on the right side. Brent Sutter trying to move in deep. Turns to get away from McClanahan. The puck came loose. Gilbert and Pavlich tie up one another. Wayne Sutter dug it loose. Tries to come out of the corner. Now play is called, and we've got a scrap going on in the corner to the left of Mio.
Sutter mugged McClanahan from behind. McClanahan had hit him across the wrist with the stick, and it was in retaliation to that you see Sutter now, Brent Sutter, after him.
So there'll be some penalties handed out. A break in the action with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left. And our score is the Islanders 7, the Rangers 2.
At Manufacturers Hanover, we make the facts work for you. That's why you're coming to us for the facts on savings, facts on credit needs. You're also calling our special fact phones, using our fact coupons and fact sheets, attending our free fact seminars. You're even getting the facts and cash from our MHT 24-hour banking centers. So keep coming to Manufacturers Hanover Trust, where our facts make your money worth more.
Look where the facts got us.
Penalty to the Islanders, Brent Sutter. You see him go after McClanahan there. And then again, he takes the hit. Watch how he grabs him from behind. Bang. Not a fair play at all. Surprise. Brent Sutter would pull that one. He was hurting. His retaliatory measure has drawn a penalty. He's gone to the Islander dressing room. Gone for the game.
Roughing is the call. He has gone with 4 points to his credit tonight. A goal and 3 assists. What are you pointing to, 18?
Wow, someone else is leaving.
Oh, Miss Teague's on her way home?
Yes.
All right.
And her entourage. Now we've got more action up in the seats than we have on the ice at this point.
Hope she gets the right limousine. I wouldn't want to see you have to walk home.
Good line, Jiggs. I don't think that's really my speed. Limousines and I are not compatible.
Watch Baker on the far side of the ice. Across to Ruotsalainen. The Rangers with a power play here. McPhee, who's had an excellent series, good game again tonight, lost it, and Potvin works it out to center ice. There's Baker. Baker to Johnstone, but he was standing inside the Islander blue line offside. So they'll go back to Madison Square Garden with the Islanders leading the series 3-2. Eddie Johnstone looks up at the clock. It has not been a good night for the Rangers, but remember, they've played without Dave Maloney, who's been very solid on their defense during the first 4 games of the series.
Allison went out early in the hockey game. He was assigned the job of covering Mike Bossy.
Playing tonight as well without Don Maloney, who has a touch of the flu. He had missed about 5 games at the end of the season because of an arthritic knee problem. Plus the round, I guess, with Philadelphia. Eddie Potvin clearing the puck. It got away from Ruotsalainen. The Rangers cover up at center ice. Over to Johnstone, to Greshner. Greshner being bothered by Potvin. Baker picks up the puck. Baker backing into his own zone. Missed Ruotsalainen with the feed, but Fatorik was right there. Across to Greshner on right wing. Ron Greshner tried to slip around Potvin. Couldn't do it. Billy Carroll has cleared the puck to center ice. This is Kleinendorf. Up Kleinendorf to Johnstone. Out of Fatorik. Fatorik to Beck, trying to come in off the wing. Goes round behind the net. Down in front. Barry Beck turns. Shoots Smith the save. The rebound off the post to the right of the net. Came out in front, and there's Greshner's shot. That's blocked by Smith with a minute to play in regulation time. It shut down the ice, and the Rangers have to go back. But Billy Smith comes up with some excellent stops again. It wasn't going to make a whole lot of difference to the outcome of this game, but it keeps the goals against average for the playoffs down. Pavlich checked by Kaller. Artie Lane unable to move it out clearly. Anders Kaller does. And we have 32 seconds remaining in regulation time. The Islanders still short-handed. The Rangers start out. Here's Lenanen. Left side. Pavlich comes over the Islander line. Fake the shot. Get it into Kleinendorf. Goes round behind the net. Teams at 6 aside. And you put it right on the stick of Merrick. Merrick, a breaking pass, but there was Beck. Barry Beck off the right wing boards. Kleinendorf can't control it. Artie Lane does, giving it to Merrick, and the fans count down the final 10 seconds at the Coliseum. Merrick, to Morrow. Eddie Morrow, Dusty likes to hold on to the puck, and that's going to do it as time runs out. The Islanders have defeated the Rangers and lead the series 3-2. If Game 7 is necessary, it's here at the Coliseum on Sunday, but the Islanders demonstrating tonight that they would like to end it at the Garden in 6 if they can. The Rangers have other thoughts on that. You see them head for the dressing room with our final score. The New York Islanders 7, the New York Rangers 2. We'll be back with a recap of tonight's activities following these messages.
Thatch can choke a lawn. You can remove thatch by messing up your lawn with a power rake or messing up your back. Or you can use the self-propelled Snapper High Vac with the economical Thatcherizer attachment. The result, a beautiful revitalized lawn. And you come out in great shape, too.
Buy your Snapper now at regular price and get this spring bonus. A Snapperizer or Mulcherizer free with a Snapper Walk Mower, a Thatcherizer free with a Snapper Self-Propelled or Riding Mower.
Well, you see the final score. The New York Islanders have defeated the New York Rangers 7-2. The Rangers come in here and win, or at least score only 3 goals and unable to win. And here's what happened in the third period. Shots on goal. The Rangers had 11 for a game total of 20. The Islanders with only 8 shots in the third period, scoring on 2 of them, and a game total of 43 shots. Third period goal scoring went this way. Brent Sutter is third of the playoffs from Bourne and Dwayne Sutter at 2:32. Then Potvin from Goring and Brent Sutter at the 10:20 mark to close out the scoring in a 7-2 Islander victory. Brent Sutter left the game late with a roughing penalty, but not before he picked up 4 points tonight. Bob Bourne has himself a big game as well. It's tough to pick out anybody on the Islander side who didn't have a good performance.
The line in particular, the 2 Sutter brothers and Bourne, Jiggs, were awesome in the hockey game. They were moving the puck. They were making plays I'm sure they don't remember making. They handled the puck well. They shot it well. They produced a good part of the offense for the Islanders. But the Islanders, the big asset for them was the way they returned. They returned to giving up very few goals. They gave up 2 goals. Billy Smith looked good when he had to. But through the early part of the hockey game, particularly the first 2 periods, the Rangers were not getting the kind of opportunities they'd seen back in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, that was really the difference tonight. The Islanders, while they had a lot of chances at the Garden, weren't able to score the goals, especially in the fourth game when they were defeated by a margin of 3-1. I thought Eddie Mio's concentration was great, especially back in the first period. 21 shots, only one beats him.
Sooner or later, he had to break down a little bit, Jiggs. If it wasn't from exhaustion, it would be from just the number of shots. It was overwhelming. And finally, the Islanders were getting to him. He started to look a little bit slow. The one shot that Dennis Potvin put underneath his glove, that's the kind of a shot that you can, it's a telltale shot. He normally, in the first period or the first two periods, he'd have picked that shot off easily.
It's been a homer series to this point. The Islanders winning all three here at the Coliseum, losing twice at the Madison Square Garden complex, and we'll return with more final thoughts on tonight's 7-2 victory over the Rangers right after this message.
Before Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, before Secretariat won the Triple Crown, before Pleasant Colony won the Derby, they all ran in the Wood. The $150,000 Wood Memorial, New York's first major stakes race, featuring America's most promising 3-year-olds. This year, this time, this Saturday, be there at the beginning, at the race where legends are born.
Ever get the feeling you'd like your car to perform as well as it can? That's why stunt driver Tom Anthony uses mobile detergent gasoline. After all, a clean carburetor performs better. It's as simple as that. Mobile detergent gasoline. For your everyday driving needs.
So the series returns to Madison Square Garden with the Islanders leading by a margin of 3-2. Once again, our final score here at the Nassau Coliseum is the New York Islanders 7, the New York Rangers 2. The Islanders have to be satisfied with that and the fact that 7 different players scored tonight. Now stay tuned for Stan Fischler, Ed Westfall, and myself on Islander Wrap-Up as we recap all the highlights and the scores from around the league. Islander Wrap-Up coming up next on Sports Channel.
New York Islander hockey has been sponsored in part by Budweiser, the king of beers. Reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. By Manufacturers Hanover Trust, where our facts make your money worth more. By Chevy Trucks and your local Chevrolet dealer, who invite you to see the new Chevy S10s for 1983. By Eastern Airlines, America's favorite way to fly. By Mobile Detergent Gasoline, it treats dirt like dirt. And by Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, the Shooter's Paradise.
Enjoy being buried in the sand.
Would good friends really play this hard for a beer? Well, it is Michelob Light, the rich, smooth taste you can compare to any beer you like.
Michelob Lights for the winners.
The sea, the sun, the sand.
The check.
The check.
For everybody who's been making do, I'm doing without. The Bank of New York introduces the Goodbye Loan.
Goodbye, old clunker.
Besides auto loans,
Goodbye, Dockside Blues.
we've got boat loans to help you sail away from it all. And home improvement loans. all at some of the lowest rates around.
Goodbye, old paint.
So say goodbye to just getting by with a goodbye loan, only from the Bank of New York.
Where do Dave Langevin and Ken Morrow get together?
Sports Channel.
Sports Channel, the home of the home teams.
Yeah, me too. Stan Fischler here at Nassau Coliseum, where the Islanders came back. They won it 7-2 with an awesome display of power despite some excellent goaltending by Eddie Mio. The Islanders managed 7 goals. The man on my right, Bob Bourne, 1 goal and 3 assists. Bob, your impressions of the game?
Well, I thought after we got 21 shots in the first period, Stan, that we were going to wear Mr. Mio down because he's faced a lot of shots in the previous 4 games, and there's no way he could have stood up to the barrage of shots he was getting. I just felt we were going to break him down after that.
I thought there might have been some concern among the Islanders at the end of the first period. The overwhelming shots on goal and still coming out with a 1-1 tie. It seemed to me that there were the elements of the club being frustrated, and yet it was quite the contrary.
Well, you were right. We were a little bit frustrated, and I was a little bit worried myself, but like I said, I just felt if we could get another 10, 15 shots in that second period, we were going to put a couple in. And we were playing pretty well on our end, and Billy Smith was coming up with a big save, so we got into the flow of things in the second period.
You didn't look frustrated on a goal, and I, as you may or may not know, I've been watching hockey since 1937. I don't recall a more exciting display than Bob Bourne put on end-to-end. Describe, please.
Okay, I get the puck here from Tommy Johnson. I'm going to go behind the net, and I see all their players are pulling in behind me, so I knew I had lots of ice, and I just got going, got wheeling. Coming down the red line, I looked up, and I catch Rich Lane, and right here at the blue line, he's standing flat-footed. I go to my left and pull it right through his feet. Half the time it works, or most of the time it doesn't, but I'll go through it, and I got the whole far side to shoot at. Goes in off the post.
You made it sound way too easy. I mean, way too easy. I got to think you were doing about 35 miles per hour. You took 200 feet, and you made it into about 80. It was just remarkable. What about Eddie Mio and his goaltending? Was there any suggestions about how to play him differently in the second and third periods than in the first?
Well, we noticed in the previous games that we've been beating them on the ice a lot. So I think what we were talking about between the first and the second was trying to keep it down. But then a couple of the guys score high, so we were a little bit confused after that. But the puck was going in the net for us. It doesn't really matter. But we know we're going to try and keep them down in the next game a bit.
How did you feel about Brian Trottier's comeback and the impact that it had on the club?
Well, what can you say? Brian's Brian, the best player in the world as far as I'm concerned, and we missed him dearly in the Garden, very, very much, because a lot of the guys had to play extra, and I know myself, I had to play another 10, 15 minutes in the game, so it was a real boost to us. Even though he never played in the third period, it was tonight it was just a great feeling to have him on the bench.
The New York Rangers are a club that command respect. Despite the score tonight, this team has shown tremendous resiliency. The series is going to go back to the Garden. Was there anything about the Rangers' play tonight that surprised you in any way?
Not really, because they seemed to try and play the same way they did in games 1 and 2 here, and it just didn't work. Naturally, we played a lot better than we did in games 3 and 4, but they tried pretty well the same things. I thought they were just going to try and beat us, and work hard like they did in games 3 and 4. So we were just really flying tonight.
We'll be back with Bob Bourne, the star of the game, in just a moment.
Goodyear is #1 in radials. So when we have a radial sale, it's really something. We've got steel-belted radials, all-seasoning glass-belted radials. Radials for imports. Need high performance right here. Radials for light trucks, too. Now on sale. If you need radials, now's the time. Goodyear's Radial Savings Spectacular is on.
Radials on sale now at Goodyear, but hurry, the sale ends Saturday.
Come on in. We've got your radials.
Save with #1, Goodyear.
In fine restaurants all over America, more and more people are ordering in German.
Beck's.
Beck's. the #1 imported German beer.
I'm a Long Island homeowner with a growing family, and you know what that means. Too many people and not enough space. With prices the way they are, we had to do the best we could. Well, thanks to Long Island Trust, we've turned our basement into a rec room. And with 3 kids, believe me, it's sometimes a wreck. Anyway, they've got growing room, and we have a home improvement loan at one of the best rates on Long Island.
Call Long Island Trust, 516-294-2495.
Oh, if we got your number. CBS FM 101.
CBS FM's got my number.
Oh, they've got my number.
Oh, yeah. We've got your number. CBS FM 101.
With 7-2, the Island is over the New York Rangers, and if you want to describe the performance of the man on my right, Bob Bourne, I'd say it was syncopated speed and synchronized shooting, a goal and 3 significant assists. Now, the team goes to Madison Square Garden for game number 6, guessing on goaltenders, for example, like we always guess in baseball pitches. Do you think, Bob Bourne, that the Rangers are going to go to Glenn Hanlon or will stay with Eddie Mio?
I kind of have a feeling they're going to go to Hanlon, because if they were going to stick with Ed Mio, why didn't they put Hanlon in the last period and a half of tonight's game? That's why I think it's going to be Hanlon. And as far as we go, I think we got to stick with Billy Smith. As much as I know Roland would do the job, but Billy's a pressure goaltender, and he's been there before.
Wait a minute, I don't get that. You said that if the Rangers... You say the Rangers are going to go with Hanlon, right? Mm-hmm. Then why wouldn't they have put him in at the end of in the third period?
Well, because if they were going to go back with Mio next game, they would have given him a rest. So that's why I think they would have put Hanlon in there in the last period and a half, just to give Mio a rest when the score was up 5-6-2. So
I see.
That's my reasoning anyway.
You are one of the foremost Saskatchewan natives in the history of the Dominion of Canada. We all know that. Today there was talk Saskatoon has made another step toward the entrance into the National Hockey League. Now, as we know, Bill Hunter is the man behind that Saskatoon move. Is it true that he was in the stands today scouting you?
Well, that's what all the guys were bugging me about after the game. They figured I want to go back to Saskatoon and play there, so they're saying they saw Hunter in the stands all night long. Interesting
about the gelling of the line Bourne between the Sutter brothers, or Bourne alongside the Sutter brothers. Can you pick any particular time or game when your line gelled as a unit?
Yeah, I remember very well. We had to go in Washington with about 4 or 5 games to go in the season. We had to win that for second place, and our line was a +4, and I think each of us got 3 or 4 points that night. So that was the night we really came together, and I think we've been playing pretty well since then.
Bob Bourne did it tonight for the Islanders. He scored one of the most sensational goals that I have ever seen in Stanley Cup play or otherwise. He got 3 assists. The Islanders now lead the series 3-2, Game 6 at Madison Square Garden. And once again, we have to say the Rangers, even though they got beaten bad tonight, they've shown tremendous comeback ability, so it's going to be a terrific series. And now to Jiggs McDonald.
When we return to the Nassau Coliseum, Eddie and I will have the highlights of this 7-2 win. We'll also check out the other scores in the National Hockey League and the day in New York sports. All coming up as Islander postgame activities continue following these messages.
Picture 3 of the world's finest motor cars, and take that picture and place it in a showcase. That showcase, Rally Motors in Glen Cove. From our luxurious line of BMWs and our exquisite collection of Rolls-Royce to our incomparable display of the magnificent Mercedes-Benz. Come see the treasured ones at New York's finest automobile dealership, Rally Motors, home of precious metals.
Light flurries expected here in the city.
The WGBB Long Island Weather Center says 6 inches of accumulation.
The FDR Drive is moving right along this morning.
New York radio stations are great if you live in New York City, but Long Islanders catch the 1240.
1240 WGBB. Let's get rolling. The LIE is backed up at exit 37. Schools are closed today here on the island.
If you live on Long Island, why listen to a New York City radio station? Catch the 1240. 1240 WGBB.
Now, America has a national daily newspaper, USA Today.
Sports for you in the USA Today. The scores, the stars from every state. The nation's sports in a different way.
USA Today, America's most comprehensive sports coverage, plus money, life, and the nation.
USA Today brings you the USA.
The man who wants it all knows just
1-0 lead in this best-of-3 mini-series, and